BICBPRadioNetwork.com.
The following is a presentation of the Gear Radio Network.
So, Fatman.
So, Sleazy.
Why were you watching AEW last week?
It wasn't because I had to.
Well, we can talk about that tonight on The Wrestling Show. Welcome, everyone. This is Sleazy.
It's the Fat Man.
And welcome, everyone, to another wonderful episode. Blue Smock Nancy, they're awesome. They allowed us to use that wonderful song and Selling Differences. You can find them on iTunes and Spotify, as you can find us on iTunes and Spotify and many other podcast networks. So, guess what?
I decided that you smell so bad, we had to do this episode through Skype.
Really?
Yes.
So, for the last time...
There was way too much hermaphroditic porn action, and it just reeked of sex and KY jelly. I just had it, so...
Okay, so first and foremost, I make sure it's lavender scented, just for you, you little shit.
Oh, that was for me?
Yes!
Well, you need to use a lot more of it.
Well, I can only buy it by the gallon, okay? So, anywho, we actually have a special guest on tonight. So, oh my goodness, was this 2 months ago? 3 months ago?
Yeah. About 2 months ago.
So, I went on this wonderful little podcast called the Push Start Podcast from the BICBP Network. But we have, from the Push Start Podcast, Sam.
It's your boy, C-Ham, a.k.a. The Nerd, a.k.a. the World Heavyweight Champion of Live Broadcasting. What's up, folks?
Thanks
for having me.
At best, you're the motherfucking Intercontinental Champion.
What about the 24/7? Can I be that?
Sure. I mean, if Marshmallow can be the 24/7 champ, why not?
It's the worst fuck I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, you and Fatman are going to get along well tonight.
Oh my God!
Way to put yourself over.
It looks like someone peeled it off of the front of a binder, and that's the material they used.
I mean, yeah. It could be worse.
Could it?
Yeah, it could be the hardcore title.
That's valid.
Okay, so the first things we're going to do, so you're a huge fan of I can't say huge fan, but a fan of AEW, mainly because of Kenny Omega and all those wonderful dudes back there. So we're going to actually talk about AEW Full Gear. We all watched it, right?
Sure did.
Fatman?
Whatever.
Whatever.
He said my eyes were open, but I wouldn't consider it watching.
Fine. Sure.
Oh, my goodness. I am so going to be outnumbered here. I'm sure of it.
Well, there's elements I liked, but there's also elements I really hated.
Okay, I mean, to be fair.
We'll get to it.
Yeah, let's just work our way right into it. Who watched the buy-in?
I did.
Okay, you two talk about it then.
Yeah, it was...
Okay, it was Britt Baker versus Brie Priestley.
Mm-hmm.
Match went 11 minutes, 35 seconds. Dave Meltzer's star ratings aren't out yet because he's a little bitch.
What a little bitch.
Bitch.
Oh, wait, sorry. My bad. Fuck Dave Meltzer's star ratings aren't out yet because he's a little bitch.
Thank you.
I gave it 2 3/4 stars. I do notes for every match for C-Ham here. He first time on the show. I really liked hearing Taz on commentary for the first time in a long time.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a nice little extra dynamic to it, I must agree.
Okay, so let's go to the main show. No, kidding. It was slightly above average. It was physical, had some psychology. They worked hard, but meh.
You didn't miss too much, basically.
Good.
Yeah, it was. I watched the match when it happened, but I also did like a quick. I did like a quick run through of it again before I got on the episode tonight, and I realized it wasn't worth the second watch.
No.
Uh-oh. So let's get to the main show. We start off, with the Young Bucks versus Proud and Powerful. Before we actually talk about the match, what's that?
I was just going to say, how fucking stupid of a name is that for Santana Ortiz?
Yeah.
I was going to bring that up.
Missed opportunity here. They
So
could have
bad.
such better names.
What the fuck were they thinking?
It's a face name for a heel team.
That's dumb.
Wait,
For
wait, whoa. I thought they were faces.
Everybody's a face and everybody's a heel when they need to be in AEW.
Yeah, I must agree with that.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Let's start with the match itself. Sam, what do you think about the match itself and anything that comes to mind for you?
Well, me personally, tag team matches are one of my favorite things to watch. I love the psychology behind the tag team match, especially if it's executed properly by the two teams, such as what we saw today. Well, whatever day we watched it. But I felt like it was the usual Young Bucks shit. That's what kind of made me mad about it. There was an opportunity for them to do a bunch of different spots and things like that, and I don't feel like they took full advantage of it based on the opponents that they had today. So I felt like what's your star rating based off of? Is it 5 stars?
Yes.
All right, I'd give it a 2.5 stars because there were some really, really cool spots and bumps, but there were some usual Young Bucks shit, and I wanted to see a little bit more. They weren't super kick heavy this time. I can give them credit in that. They didn't do like 1,000 super kicks, but there was a lot of usual suspects in there.
That actually surprised me. Sleazy, you gave it an okay match for a house show.
And I have to give it 2.5 stars as well. I mean, there's a lot of similar points that I have there. One of the big ones for me that really irked me is the beginning of the match was basically some weird change up between a babyface and heel dynamic where you had the heels basically get admonished for tagging in legitimately. And at one point there was a spot where I can't remember who actually tried to tag in who, but Santana tried to tag in Ortiz on the foot, and Rick Knox was like, no, you can't do that. However, later on in the same fucking match, he gets a tag in with the foot, and it's not called anything. It's this weird, strange spot that was, I guess it was trying to put over Knox as a good referee, I guess, but it made no sense in terms of the match, and it made no sense in terms of even the finish or any part of the match. It made no sense at all. I think you're absolutely right. There's a lot of missed opportunities here. This could have been a way better match than it ended up being, but yeah, it was kind of Fatman.
I gave it 3 stars. I still thought it was a good match, but you're right. But like the heel team was tagging in, the ref's like, "No, I didn't see the tag." It's like, why are you doing it like that? That's not how wrestling works. Like,
very unnatural.
Yeah, like the heels were the faces, and the Young Bucks were the heels until they needed to be the faces, and then
they got their heat back after the match.
And then, oh my god! And then, okay, my notes say, oh yeah, and then why bitch and complain about which body part you're tagging in? Well, you're just gonna let them double team the whole fucking match anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
What was the point of that whole fucking thing? Nick selling the knee with an error to fit in the match. So he's kicking with his knee, but it didn't hurt him. But when he needed to sell it, he sold it, which was stupid. Despite this being a clusterfuck of a match, I still think it was good. Should have been epic match between these two, and it just was good.
I think that's a huge slap in the face to both teams, really, to just say this was just a good match.
Just a good match. So. And then you have the 9,000-year-old Rock and Roll Express beat up the team that just won clean, who needed the win, so you nerfed them already.
Can we talk about that 70-year-old Tope, though?
Okay, first and foremost, he is 63 goddamn years old.
Yo, that Tope was clean.
It was cleaner than most Topes I've seen.
I would agree with that
in
1,000%.
in any indie show that you'd ever see. Honestly, I will give him that. The Canadian Destroyer was kind of.
It was
but it was a shock spot. That's all it was supposed to be.
right. I was certainly surprised, but it wasn't no Adam Cole.
Would you laugh if I said it was the PCO spot, even though technically it isn't? It's an older guy doing something that he shouldn't normally naturally be doing.
Right.
So, match 2. Hangman Page versus the Bastard Pac. Let's start with
In
Fat
the
Man.
dead spot, by the way.
In the dead spot.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot better than Kenny Omega in the dead spot.
That's valid. I honestly like this match. I can't lie. I like the fluidity that the two gentlemen that's from being in the ring multiple times with one another. But Adam Page, in my opinion, is grossly overlooked skill-wise. I feel like he's very technically sound and doesn't get enough credit for that. And he sells exceptionally well. So both of the two gentlemen in there sell very well. So if you're selling good, I'm liking it.
Adam, we do awards at our first show in January is our award show. Last year, Adam Page was my underrated wrestler of the year.
I'm telling you, that man is very solid.
As far as this match goes, it was an okay match for a house show. 2.5 stars. It was pretty underwhelming, in my opinion. I thought they could have had another banger match, but it wasn't. It was physical, and I think the wrong person won. I think fucking Pac should have, or Pac, X-Pac, 6, whatever the fuck his name is now.
6.
I know they're two different people. I'm just being stupid. I think he should have won, not Adam Page.
I believe Adam Page has Michael Bennett syndrome.
Oh shit!
Where he's good.
Tag teams?
No,
shitty at singles. That's the Mike Bennett syndrome.
No,
he's good at tag teams, but shitty as a single wrestler.
No, I wouldn't say that. I would.
By definition of the Mike Bennett syndrome.
I know for you it is
on this show, so you cannot use that phrase.
I'm well. Fine. Fuck you. Then I'll use. Oh, what would be another example of this? Roderick Strong, where he's a really great wrestler, but he doesn't have the it factor that a lot of workers get when they get to a point in their career where they're like really big stars. They just don't have the star power. Page has the skills to be a great wrestler, but I don't think he has the skills to be that, all joking aside, the elite level of performer that you'll see in 5-10 years, like you would see with, The Rock, Austin, those kind of guys, where they just exude charisma. Hangman Page does not have that, in my opinion. That being said, both of these guys should have had an amazing match, and they didn't. But it was a good match. I give it 3 stars. I thought it was. Yeah,
I gave it 3 as well.
Yeah, it's a pretty decent match. But once again, like Fat Man said, they should have had a better match than this. And it's almost, once again, a slap in the face to these two guys to say that you guys should have gone a little bit more baller, I guess. I don't know.
The match went 18 minutes to 30 seconds.
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't need to be that long.
Yeah.
AEW has a problem with these shows. The main show was fucking
3 hours, 41 minutes.
It started to feel like filler to me in an anime.
Not every, we get shit to WWE, be like, oh, that match was only 6 minutes, but there's a reason why that some match is only 6. I'm not saying this should go 6 minutes,
right?
But
they didn't need 18.
Some of these matches are just too long. Cut it, and then them go 20 miles, 20, 30, 40 miles an hour for fucking 13 minutes instead of fucking 20. The matches will be better, but they think longer matches are better, which normally they are, but not when it's not when you need, not when it's not needed. There.
Yeah, I agree.
Next match.
Wait, before we go into the next match.
Oh, yeah.
I just want you to know we got a special guest sitting here. He's not going to jump in on this part because he didn't watch AEW, but he's going to jump in on the next part for sure.
I didn't even want you to say now. I was going to randomly jump in this bitch. Say whatever the fuck. I was going to say whatever the fuck.
I couldn't sit here silent no more with you sitting next to me.
First of all, I'm going to watch an 18-minute match, and if it's good, they better slam somebody on their neck, DDTs, chairs, all that. Nah, I'm just playing.
Oh, we'll get to that later.
I'm just kidding. Okay.
Oh, God. Let's not talk about the hardcore.
What you mean?
We will.
We'll save it for later.
All right. I'm with it. What's good, guys?
So go ahead and introduce yourself.
Devil Trigger, Bad Guy, Cult, Angel, Devil Trigger, Inferno. They call me Caddy. That's an acronym. If you ain't never heard. Heel World Order. Heel representation. Prada, the shoe. Big 13. You know how we do. My man Oso in the background. That's my lawyer. He handle all of our allocations and funds. And, sue. What's up with it?
He put himself over more than you did.
I fucking love this dude.
Yeah, I know I'm late. But
Holy shit.
Fucking love this dude.
What's good with you guys, man? I thought I wasn't going to make it. But my man O, he always come through. Phoenix Rising, Man, listen, man. We just got in here.
Happy you here, brother.
Hey, I'm happy to be with you guys. I was really looking forward to this.
Before we continue, Heel World Order?
Yeah, that's HWO.
Yep.
Oh, Fat Man. Do you remember Aces and Eights guy?
Oh, fuck me.
Oh, man.
So before we continue on this pay-per-view, because we love tangents here, we're going to tell you a little side story. So back in the day of 2CW, there was this gentleman, and gentleman is very interesting word to call him.
He's fucking nuts.
He is. He's pretty fucking
nameless.
When I don't even know his real name, and that's good.
I do.
He is, I think, a sociopath.
Oh, shit.
Oh, I hate those. I hate those with a passion.
But, Sleazy, now you know how crazy this guy is. Tell the story, Sleazy.
Okay, so this wonderful gentleman who used to be he bought all the heel merch. I mean, he had Aces and Eights jacket, he had Evolution t-shirts, and he had all sorts of different paraphernalia. Just Nexus armbands, everything.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
He was going full in.
He was full in. Scum, if you remember the Ring of Honor thing with Kevin Steen. So this was back in the days when 2CW used to book Kevin Steen pretty regularly.
Nice.
So Fat Man and I, being the huge marks we are for Kevin Steen, we usually just sit and shoot the shit with him. And this kid comes up and just starts talking about how, amazing the heel factions of the world are and they should be pushed more and so on and so forth. And we're like, what the fuck is this idiot doing? Okay. Whatever. And of course, he buys a bunch of merch. So it's like, okay, well, push him on to Kevin. He can make a few hundred off of him, whatever. So later on in the show, he finds us. Yeah. And we're sitting up in the back corner and he's telling us about how he's going to go to Titan Towers and bring a gun with him and grab. No, I'm not shitting you. And bring a gun with him and go right up to Vince McMahon and say he should be pushing more heel factions.
Damn, he was really serious about that.
Yes. He was serious about this. Serious as a fucking heart attack.
Jake stood up, found empty seats across the arena, sat down there, and literally every 2CW show we saw him in, which was every show, literally had to be the furthest fucking away from him because he would not shut the fuck up about how he was going to do that.
Or you should tell him then that you should have been, you should have took a page from my book and been like, yo, get the fuck away from me before I hit you with the great equalizer. I don't give a fuck about you or your fucking wet fantasies. This is a true heel right here. Get the fuck out. Just use your heels and keep it moving. Heel toe step up over here. Get away from me.
As much as we would have loved as much as we would love to do this, we were afraid he was going to shoot us if we said something like that.
Okay, I considered him.
Yeah, you're right. I can understand that.
Yeah,
because he's ready to shoot Vince McMahon. What do you think we
wasn't ready to shoot no damn Vince? But first of all, has Vince McMahon ever been shot at? Did you? All right,
Yes.
He wasn't ready. Apparently, he was not ready. He ain't push start. He ain't motherfucking initiate contact. He ain't even fucking kick him before he did the stunner. So I don't even know.
I think he turned face sometime between then and now.
He probably
had
did.
to.
He probably did.
Didn't he message you?
Yeah, he messaged me a couple of years ago.
He slid in them DMs.
Oh,
Yeah, he
God.
slid in my DMs. Well, that's because I was playing a heel fucking manager.
Big sleaze.
Yeah.
He wanted to be connected.
I see what you mean.
Yeah, so, yeah, and...
Oh, it's Sleazy. You still owe me that 50 cents you forgot to give me the last time I was over.
Oh, shit, yeah, that's right.
Damn.
So, this motherfucker, I give him 5% every time I make any money off the Sleazy name. And I finally made $10 off my name.
Hey,
No, it wasn't $10. It wasn't even that good. But I'm giving him 50 cents.
well,
I'm rounding
just
him
say
up.
it's $10.
Okay, let's break kayfabe here, motherfucker.
Okay.
One, I named you.
Yeah.
Two,
Oh, my son Fatman getting off on you. Tell him.
Bring it on.
Okay.
two,
Ding, ding, ding.
I broke my ankle and had to walk with a cane. Literally 2 weeks later, this motherfucker is walking with a cane.
It's perfect. It was perfect.
You stole his style.
You're damn fucking right.
Motherfucker.
You. Oh,
Motherfucker.
he's mad because you styling on him.
That's so
That's
good.
I don't give a shit
Wow.
about that.
He's-
I don't give a shit about that. I was just
He's
like,
fucking
he-
pissed that I stole his fucking gimmick. That's the only problem he's
that's
got.
what he
here.
is. He
I
did
mean,
because that
Imitation
motherfucker's
is a
better than I
sincere
am.
form of flattery, though.
All right, so this is what I'm gonna have y'all do. See, a part of Heel World Order, I'm gonna have a special match for y'all. It's gonna be called Canes and Chains. All right,
And the winner gets 50 cents,
exactly.
not the rapper.
God.
No one wants to rap her anyway.
And,
Right.
and whoever wins gets the inaugural Golden Diamond Cane of Truth. Big Daddy Cane of
The
Truth.
one that the dude in Jurassic Park was carrying with the little fucking
yeah.
insect inside it.
Sleazy.
Oh, yeah.
Sleazy.
What?
Perfect time. Come on, say it.
Come on.
Cane of Truth. Come on, say it.
It's
Come
gotta
on.
be Kane.
Come on,
No,
do it.
I'm not doing it.
Do it.
No,
Why you don't want to do it, man? What's
I'm
up?
not doing it.
Do it.
Come on.
No,
Word.
Do it.
no.
Cane of Truth. Cane of Truth. Cane of Truth. Come on, man.
No,
Come on. All right, man. All right.
I'm-
coming over.
Okay.
no selling this shit.
Let's fucking talk about another shitty ass match on this show.
Yes,
Yeah, what were we at? Third match?
Yep.
Joey
Was
Janela
that the women's
versus
match?
no Joey Janela versus the chairman of AEW, Sean Spears, aka
The
The
perfect,
Perfect 10, which was a better gimmick.
Oh God.
Yeah, that match was a snooze fest. First of all, it was Botchmania.
For
That's
real?
number one.
You can't. Okay, in my defense of AEW, you can't expect all this shit to be great.
Well,
crazy, man.
that match was just not worth watching.
You know,
honestly.
I knew. Okay,
if there,
so how many?
if you lined up all the matches,
Yeah,
and you had to pick one not to watch, I would suggest that one.
but I feel like probably necessarily.
I'd watch the Britt Baker match over that
Maybe
one.
how many episodes has AEW actually had on
Six?
6, I think.
6?
Yeah.
Yeah.
this is a
I'm
fifth
not
pay per
gonna-
view.
Well, we ain't gonna count them. We ain't gonna count those or the shows beforehand. You know what I mean? We just gonna count what's on, what we observed. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
and I just
they
want.
need to do some more work.
Yeah, I knew it was because everybody was praising it for like the first 3 episodes, and it was pretty good for the first 3 episodes. But I knew once it hit like the 4th, 5th, you know, you're gonna have to improvise, come up with more material, come up with more situations, scenarios, if you will. Way to push because they have a lot of talent, you know. So, you know, sometimes it happens. Somebody get into with the trash match had to beat Perfect 10 or wherever his guy. What's his name?
Sean Spears.
Sean Spears. Sean Me from 212
Yeah,
Spears.
I honestly don't like Sean Spears' look at all.
I don't like it either.
I don't like it.
I don't like the way he hit Cody Rhodes with that chair. Well, Cody Rhodes asked for that, but man, y'all should have talked about that. That little botchamania, clappermania, put them staples in the back of your head to frame you.
Well,
I don't even know.
I mean, it hasn't been it won't be the last time Cody Rhodes gets himself hurt.
Just shit.
Hmm.
He To me, he is too.
Oh wait, you didn't see the whole thing, right?
What?
The most recent joint.
No, I didn't see it.
Oh my god, I gotta show you.
Because I actually been focused more on WWE's like actual present. It's getting better. So
it is getting better. We'll be talking about that later, for sure.
Yeah.
But and the reason why I try to stay away from AEW for right now is because I want to let its interest build. You know what I mean? Like I want the stock to get bigger. So when I tune into it, I'll have something to watch more than just like I like the first.
It's like PlayStation 4 when it first came out. It had no games.
I'm not buying the PlayStation 4. I'll tell you, it took me 3 years to buy the PlayStation 4. So it took me 3 years to buy any of those systems. But I had to get all the junk out before I had to, you know what I'm saying? Like Chris Jericho's Inner Circle shit is cooler, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of lame to me, but we go
match by match.
Yeah, I just feel like it just needs more developmental time. But back to you guys talking about how trash this match is.
That's a good point, though. It does.
Well, here's my problem with this match is that it really didn't get enough time to really simmer to make the audience really give a shit about it. And
it
honestly,
didn't have enough of a program to do it.
Yeah, and honestly, it wasn't a good match anyway.
It wasn't, and that hair spot in the corner was stupid as hell.
Who was he versing?
It was Shawn Spears and Joey Janela.
What kind of style is Joey Janela?
Hardcore.
Yeah,
hardcore. Okay, so he's much okay. I don't like that because I feel like what he's trying to do. Perfect 10. I'm never gonna call him the other name. Perfect 10. I felt like he's trying to go more hardcore. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I noticed that his style. I want to know if you guys noticed the same thing. But since he's come from WWE to AEW, I feel like his wrestling moveset has decreased in a major way.
I feel like he just want to prove himself, but he's doing it too.
His moveset is
hard.
So watered down now.
Yeah, I feel like he's trying to be like John Moxley or Dean Ambrose, if you will. You know what I mean? How he made that transition. He could do that because he was hardcore. You knew it just even based off of his simplest moveset. Mm-hmm. So when he translated to that, like when he went to New Japan and then he signed all these deals and did all this crazy shit, you could tell that was a good transition for him. When I first seen Ty come out and do his little thing, I'm just like, who is this guy? You know what I mean? This doesn't even fit you.
I think it's watered down for a reason because he's with Tully Blanchard.
I was just gonna say they're trying to push him too hard. Like you can tell he doesn't have enough notoriety to be pushed himself. That's why they stuck Tully Blanchard with him. See,
and it's just like they said. The boys said it was just he doesn't have. You didn't have enough time to grow with him. You ain't have enough time to see a developmental story. I hate when things are rushed. Or
you can tell that shit was just thrown together.
Yeah, you just throw some shit together.
I gave it 1 star. In my notes, I said Janela's bumping his ass for Spears, but the crowd didn't give a shit. Like you said, that hair spot in the corner, while interesting, was pointless. It didn't do anything for the match. At least Tully factored into the finish, which was like the only good thing.
That was the only good thing about the match.
Because if you're going to have him out there, you might as well have him cheat to win.
Mm-hmm.
See, and I'll
agree with you
that.
with the 1 star too.
Here's my problem with the match itself. Is the fact that this match should not have happened here. It should have happened at the last show.
True.
Because you blew off the Cody Rhodes thing with Tully Blanchard basically being this non-issue with Shawn Spears. If you're trying to put him over as a major threat in AEW, why did you immediately nerf him by basically neutralizing him with Cody Rhodes?
Oh, AEW booking's not great. Where'd fucking that come from?
I know. That's not a common theme of this show. But yeah, I thought the match did nobody any favors. The finish, yeah, okay, cool. I mean, obviously that this was a TV match, if anything else. You know what I mean?
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
But yeah, So let's continue on. The AEW Tag Team Championship match. SCU, which is...
I love this match.
Scorpio Sky and Frankie Kazarian. No Christopher Daniels. Question mark. Oh, before we continue on this, did you guys notice the little bumper between the two with Sammy, or not Sammy Guevara, but Kip Sabian? Basically turning heel and grabbing...
Turning heel.
Penelope Ford, who's Janela's girlfriend in real life. I found that kind of strange to actually kind of put that right there. It made no sense to me. But anyway,
and I feel like he didn't sell it well enough.
I don't think he sold it at all.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling anything from it. I had no emotional draw from it.
See, this is why I don't really subscribe to like these. This is why I don't even bother to like review or anything, because I know you just know like they just stuck on that first Monday Night Nitro, whatever you call it, type of esque energy.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And I know they're doing good. I'm not gonna say they're doing bad, but I just know like in order for you to be a full-fledged actual business with storylines, like scenarios, like you guys said, like it takes time.
They gotta build more.
Yeah, they gotta build, and they got a long way to go. Everybody's just like, go ahead.
Okay, I was gonna say we have called AEW AEWCW.
Yo, that's what I first. It was cool at first, you know what I mean?
Wrestling,
but it's just like
AEW
sorry to
wrestling.
interrupt again. And they're booking, and Sleazy has made this point constantly that they're booking like an indie show.
This is true.
Yeah, very true.
Where,
they need to.
Where say the Young Bucks they need to be heels on this show, but the next show they need to be faces, and there's no explanation as to why. And you can't when you're on a national TV program, you cannot do that.
Mm-hmm.
You can't really break the storyline or unless like you direct them towards that. And I feel like they should have just put more like the pay-per-views actually did build a lot of the stories between all of them up, but they only focused on like the main superstars that you would see. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I felt like the first time they had like a show, which was like far back when with like Jungle Boy and what's my Luchasaurus and stuff like that. All of them. Well, actually, did he like just all of them? They gave them more energy, but from that point, you should have focused on what made them better, because we not really.
Also, though, you got to think about it. Before then, they didn't have any plans in mind to have a syndicated television show, at least outwardly. Like their first couple pay-per-views were thrown together off a whim from
I ain't gonna say
Meltzer
that.
talking shit.
I wouldn't even say that, because I mean the first one,
the first two, they weren't even.
Was that All or Nothing?
All out,
and all in, right?
All in, and then Double or Nothing.
Double or Nothing.
Okay,
yeah.
Double or Nothing was essentially their first show.
So the first two, I would say, is just a thrown together. I feel like from that,
I feel like those ones were better than the ones I've been seeing since they became an actual company.
Agreed.
I mean, yes,
and honestly, it's not their fault though, because you got to think a lot of those wrestlers that they were using in those events aren't with AEW.
But they come from. But this is the thing, though. You know, all those wrestlers that they came from various different companies, and it's not easy just to throw a program together with people that already have things like, say, for instance,
right. But a lot of these dudes wrestled each other on the indies, though. Even before they came to AEW, they were already wrestling each other a lot. But you still need authentic story. You still need something for people to subscribe to. And like I said, the first 3 episodes, it was cool. You know what I'm saying? The first couple of shows, they were cool. You know, I felt like they had something going with the inner circle, kind of, and just different things happening. But right now, they just really need to focus on like who they really going to push. Like, what is the real initiative of who they're trying to reach? You know, right. I just feel like their storylines, it could use some work, and I'm not going to sit there and bash them, because I know, like, I don't know, like when I first came back to wrestling, you know, only reason why I came back to wrestling is because of Lucha Underground. Not to even side tangent, but the reason why I was attracted to Lucha Underground is that shit,
is because of the stories. You know what I mean? And I felt like, because it was like a Spanish novela at the same time as it was like a drama, it was like a wrestling show. It had like a lot of culture. It had different aspects of life. It had different technical wrestlers, strong wrestlers, you know.
It had
everything, you know. But it was ran by the right people. It was ran by meticulous, methodical thinking. And I just feel like they need to, because they weren't even on like a national crazy television show either. They were like on
El Rey Network.
El Rey. So, you know, they appealed to a certain cast of people, but it got bigger eventually. And I feel like AEW should take an example of that, you know, take an example from the page and just really sit there. That's how you really should develop stories like that.
Here's the biggest difference between Lucha Underground and AEW.
Okay.
AEW is run by wrestlers. It's booked by wrestlers. It's booked by guys like Kevin Sullivan. Lucha Underground was written and basically directed by people who weren't necessarily in
Producers.
professional wrestling.
You think
They're directors
You think Chavo
and
ain't have nothing?
Well, he had something to do with that.
Well, I mean, there was Ed Ferreira in there and a bunch of other guys like Vampiro that had input
Matt
on
Striker.
that. But the real true
weren't
writing
writing,
wasn't right. They weren't guys that were specifically working on professional wrestling. They were working on more
Films.
of the Mark Burnett money brought in a lot more high quality writers to this type of show because they weren't planning a wrestling first show. They were planning an entertainment show that just so happened to have wrestling.
Right.
You were talking before about being a novella. That's exactly what it was. I mean, every single piece of the first 3 seasons, everything, absolutely everything was tied together.
And catapulting off what you said, I need for AEW to have that energy. That I want, like, you're right, because
the problem is they will not. They absolutely will not have that energy because they weren't brought together by that. They were brought together because there were professional wrestlers that wanted to create their own company about professional wrestling. This type of company is never going to be something like that. It's always going to be and I hate saying it this way, but a super indie show that does nothing but put on spectacular one-off matches. And until they figure out their real true holding of getting a true storyline using AEW's Dynamite program, that's all they're going to be.
Let's be honest.
Okay.
AEW found a money mark, or should I say Cody Rhodes found a money mark for his company.
He said, "Uncle Moneybags, come over here and help me do what the fuck I want."
and
And
here's, I can tell, like, even the owner is still transitioning to how he wants to run the business.
Interview you hear from Tony Khan about how he used to be a fan and how he grew up loving these guys. He's a fucking mark. He just happened to have money. Cody Rhodes is like, I want to start my own company, my own creative. This guy's a fan of mine. He has $1 billion. Fuck it.
Well,
it's a money mark company. That's the truth.
Well, but if Chris Jericho is smart like I think he is, which I know he is, he's going to notice that he's going to need more developmental.
He already said he's already noticed it. He's already mentioned it.
And see, that's the thing about him. Like I said, the inner circle thing was cool. I'm not going to say it was the greatest thing. You know what I mean?
Because the NWO?
Time for it. Yeah, that's basically what it is. But you need time for it.
Still needs time, though.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel like it's still too early to review it.
He did a good job, but that's the thing. I'm not satisfied with a plateau. You know what I mean? So if you're gonna do something, make sure you're gonna finish it out to the end. And mind you, like I said, if he notices that he's not gonna just get over with just this one-off matches with high flying action pace, your favorite superstar versus your favorite superstar. No, he's not going to get away with that. Not with this, not to keep people's attention going, especially not against WWE. Because the things that WWE got going on right now...
Unfortunately, though, it's not up to him, though.
True.
It's not up to him. He's not an executive. He just...
What? What did he do then?
He's the main guy. He's the guy. He's the champion.
He don't even deserve... That's my thing, too. If you gonna step into realms...
I agree with what they did, because if you're going to start a whole new company that has no backing at all, you need to bring a face in there that's going to fucking sell that shit.
I'm not doubting that either.
Yeah.
But if you're going to do that, then you should focus on it one at a time instead of having all these dudes, because you already did it in your pay-per-views. These dudes versus these dudes. He's the champion. So have some of these dudes sit back in a range to hire a team or work with a team.
They just need more time. I don't even think they even need that. They just need more time.
Well, yeah. But if it's
still early.
But if I said that, they gonna need more time. But if we gonna start drilling them, then I'm gonna fucking drill them. So
I'm not drilling.
I wasn't drilling them either. But we own this conversation, and these things come up. So technically, we are drilling them on this.
Well, here's my question: is that when Jake Hager and Sammy Guevara split from the group, are they going to call themselves the Outer Circle?
Wait. You said Jake? Wait, Jake who?
Hager.
That's Jake Strong, right?
No, that's...
it is Jake Strong. It is the same person.
So,
We the People.
That's the big dude, right?
That's We the People.
It's Jack Swagger.
So,
Jack Swagger.
That's Jack Swagger?
Yeah.
Okay, so...
He's with Chris.
So they split from that group? Already?
No.
It's an NWO infighting joke.
That's their group.
Okay. No, I understand that. I just wanted to know, like,
No, they didn't
split already.
No,
I thought they split already.
They just fucking threw him in there.
No.
Yeah, I knew that. I knew that. You know what I'm saying? I'm just waiting for some other type of faction or some other thing. It better not be an inner circle fight. I bet not. I don't want to see no type of shit like that. I want to see another faction.
Well, they do have
break
another
you.
faction. They have SCU. That's 3-man squad.
I want to see another faction break their shit apart, and then I want to see internal conflict, like, or frustration, or I want to see frustration when it comes to the championship, because I feel like most of them are champion level.
Cool.
Like in the group.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
In the group. I feel like they're all mostly champion level. And I feel like at one point, somebody's going to be like, I'm going to stab you in the back.
It already happened.
It did?
It already started.
I'm missing that.
Yeah, you coming in Raw. You ain't watching nothing.
I don't care. I'm coming Raw is war. And I'm coming in impregnating everything.
It's more like Monday Nitro here, okay?
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and end the Skype call.
Okay, you know what? I just wanted to come through and just say my shit. You know what I'm saying? Talk my shit about certain shit. You know, I'm gonna let y'all continue on with how non-climactic these matches are.
Now, this match we about to talk about, this was the match of the night for me.
Okay, go ahead, y'all.
So it's
With
SCU versus
match.
the Private Party versus Lucha Bros. The AEW World Tag Team Championships were on the line.
Oh,
Side baby.
Note, Private Party, I saw them in person right before they got signed by AEW at an ESW show, and they fucking rocked it. Mm-hmm. Yo, when I saw them, I knew they were going to be, like, star level. I like Private Party.
Fatman, were you at that show? I'm not sure if you were at that show, but I was. They got booked at Wild Zero, one of the first two shows. In fact, it was probably on a weekend.
No.
It was on a weekend that I think they did Saturday, Sunday, where Saturday they did ESW.
Yep, that's what it was.
I don't think I was there.
Cool dudes. Really cool dudes.
Dude, funny as shit.
Yes.
Super funny.
Yes, they are. Fucking hilarious. But what did you feel about the match itself?
All right, the match, like I said earlier, I really, really love tag team matches in general. That's something that's just fucking near and dear to me, because if it's executed right, you have some of the best climaxes in the matches. And I felt like this match had all the stuff that the first tag match was lacking. This had a lot more of that fire I was looking for.
The first tag match. So they've been through. So these two have.
No, I'm saying there was another tag match on the show.
Okay,
and it was very underwhelming. And but this one, I felt like they had all the right pieces, and everybody knew when to react properly. Nobody was like casting too large of a shadow for other people not to get their spots in. And those fucking, oh my God, those Phoenix off the rope, plancha, flippity dippity, jumpity shit. He is ridiculous.
Phoenix is that dude when it comes to stuff like that. He is ridiculous.
Oh my God.
I think like him and Pentagon is like the best tag team I've ever.
Bro, you know how I feel about Pentagon. That's my guy.
You know how I feel about Phoenix. That's my guy. So when the Lucha Brothers united, when he became Dark, I ain't gonna get into that.
They were so good, and SCU was very good.
Yeah.
Kazarian, man, that dude's solid.
I think the reason why it was so balls was because they only got 13 minutes. They had to get their shit in and get out.
Cram in, dude. They fucking crammed.
So I gave it 3.5 stars. I really liked it, but it felt rushed. They should have got more time while the Young Bucks hit 21 minutes and fucking fart around.
Yeah, they should have took 4 minutes from that Neville Page match and then gave it to them.
Yep.
To me, the Young Bucks are overrated. I'm not saying that they don't deserve it.
If you see the match earlier,
they put too much stock in them.
It was,
and I don't think they should.
The usual suspects.
Yeah, I don't think they should. Like, I think they should continue to push the Lucha Brothers and SCU, and just.
How you gonna not say your favorite team, Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. So it's just like I think they should continue to. I feel like they should be something. Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus. I forgot what the other. Who's the other guy? There's a third dude, right?
Marco Stunt.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Well, currently Luchasaurus is out with an elbow injury.
Torn
like that.
Torn hamstring.
Oh, it was a hamstring for him.
Yeah, I personally thought that they.
I thought it was bruised toenail.
Wow, you gotta chill, bro.
Bruised ego.
Dino scale. Word. Bruised stegosaurus spike.
Yeah, I can agree with you though. Going back to that rating, the 3.5 stars for show, because they needed more time. Because I was on the edge of my seat watching that shit.
I thought it was a perfect amount of time, honestly.
Oh, fuck you.
No.
I needed more of that. You didn't need more of that?
It's not that I didn't need more of that. I think that if they went longer, it would have suffered the same fate as some of the other matches on this card.
Okay, I can understand that.
I can't. Fuck you.
Yeah, of course you. Fuck you.
And I know this next match.
Fuck you,
This
bro.
next fucking match, Sleazy's going to be an overrating piece of fucking shit. I already fucking know it. Fucking know it.
Okay, so it's the AEW Women's Championship match.
Fuck you.
Rio.
Rio,
Okay.
can I say this? Let me say this before anything. Rio, I'm not saying I don't fuck with her, but she is too fucking thin and too fucking, how the fuck is that a woman's champion? Who gonna fold her like a paperclip and wear her like a fucking church brochure or brochure, whatever the fuck you call them, just that stick on your goddamn flap or your lapel, whatever the fuck. Yeah, nah, I don't like her as no champion. Is she still champion?
Yeah.
Yes, she is.
So-
I don't.
Set the background straight.
Okay.
Sleazy has an Asian fetish.
Okay, yes.
We knew.
Oh, yeah,
this.
we knew that.
We knew
Okay,
this. We
okay.
figured this out. Yeah.
okay,
okay.
Wife's Asian as fuck.
His favorite wrestler is Asuka.
Yes.
And that she's well deserving with them thick thighs and booty bumps.
Hello.
Come booty bump over here.
Holy shit, I love her Kana Chan channel. Please subscribe to her channel if you haven't before.
For real?
For real,
Yo,
it's absolutely hilarious.
I'm gonna let off a dark secret. I will let her spit in my face with the green mist during sex. just yeah. Just soon as she started, soon as she hit that climax, just you ready for Oscar? Yeah, right in my face. All right.
So
Continue.
the wife wouldn't let me have that thrill, so unfortunately. So to come back around, it was Rio versus Emi Sakura, who's Emi Sakura trained Rio, and that was the whole dynamic of the match. But Rio, you might not realize who she actually is.
She fucks Kenny Omega.
Basically,
That's what. Listen. That's the first thing I fucking said when she won that fucking championship. And I'm just like, that is not, like, I'm not saying she's not a solid wrestler, and I'm not saying she's not creative. But there is no fucking way that, who was it, Nyla Rose, that she faced the first time for the championship? Okay. Ain't no
Baby
fucking
Nia Jax.
Ain't no fucking way. I don't believe that shit.
okay.
And sometimes I don't give a fuck about no underdog story. Sell me something that's fucking believable.
Yeah, give me the
and
real.
then sell me an underdog story.
Well, first and foremost, let me start with this. Okay, Rio's finisher is a fucking roll up. Okay, let's start with that. So I'm giving her all the
to the back.
Nah, it's a roll up. She did a 2 feet to the back all the time.
Yeah, that's not even a finish. It's just her move. It's literally her only move.
Wait a minute. So her finisher is a roll up?
It's basically a roll up. She's won every single.
Is it dope looking? Because I'm not hating on it. I am not hating on that.
So pretty
That
much
is
her
interesting.
finisher is a variation of different roll-ups. You know how in ROH Daniel Bryan.
Go ahead, say it. Daniel Bryanson.
Brian
Was,
Danielson.
It's Daniel Bryanson on this show.
Hey, you can't be disrespecting Daniel Bryan. That's my guy.
We fucked up doing that one time, and ever since then, it's been his name.
Fine.
He was Mr. Small Package in ROH. She's Ms. Small Package. That's what I call her, because and it's a variation of roll up. Now let's see how overrating.
I'm not done yet, because
Sleazy is.
I need to defend fucking Rio here.
It would have been 15 stars in the fucking Tokyo Dome. You piece of shit.
Okay, first of all, it was only 8 stars, this match. No. Now, before I wanted to circle back to something Fatman and Caddy got into, is that Kenny Omega was fucking Rio. I'm not sure if that's true or not. But Rio, if you've never seen... So Rio's career started at 9 years old. She worked through Ice Ribbon, and she became tag team champions. And most interestingly, she worked for DDT when she was 10, when she faced Kenny Omega.
No,
that is the 9-year-old girl that you see on the internet is Riho.
Okay.
That's
exactly
Riho.
what you're talking about. I'm gonna show you that shit.
Yeah.
And Liu Kang won the first 2 or 3 Mortal Kombat championships, but I don't give a fuck about that shit. Okay, I don't care.
You gotta
The
see
point-
the match.
I don't care.
The point-
I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Okay. The thing is, if you gon' do something like that, please. I understand she has talent. I understand she has all that, but the obvious choice was gonna be her. You know what I'm saying? Do something different. Select somebody else. I just don't agree.
They don't
with
have
her.
nobody else. That's the thing.
They had a whole
The AEW women's.
She was a big
the AEW
women's
roster is weak as
okay,
fuck.
then make it okay. Then she's an imposing factor, and that's what you want in wrestling. You want a dominating, imposing factor.
Imposing. Who? Nyla Rose?
Yeah,
Riho.
Come on now, Rio is not imposing to nobody, bro. I can fold her up and wear her as a lawn
So we
chair.
just want to see another fucking Awesome Kong.
No, I don't. I just want to see
Nia Jax type effect again. Like I'm sick of seeing the big girl is the dominant.
She's different from her. No, there was. When has a big girl ever been dominant?
Anytime they have a big girl come into wrestling for the first time, they always the dominant force. Always. I just named 2.
But did they ever hold some real straps though?
Yeah.
But over what? But
Awesome Kong was a multiple-time TNA champion.
So if we gonna go into this, Becky Lynch is a big person.
I'm talking about big
We not
individuals.
Okay.
That's what we're talking about right now. Nyla Rose.
Yeah.
And you said, give me the real.
Yeah,
because she's a big imposing figure. Because that makes sense,
but
right?
That's different.
How?
And that's it because you never start off like that. Come on,
Why
now.
not?
Alexa Bliss. Oh, okay, Alexa Bliss. That's cool.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
But this is what I'm saying though.
Why not?
You said her name.
Listen,
What's wrong with her name?
Nothing.
Lexi Cool.
Fatman just came in his pants.
That's your bae? That's bae?
This is my thing.
Her and
This is my
Sasha.
thing.
Her and Sasha.
I understand that, okay, you trying to go away from the traditional. And I understand, like, these wrestlers are impressive, but that's common. Like, I always see, like, the pretty wrestler or, like, no, I'm not saying that, you know what I'm saying? It's something that I want to see all the time, but if I was going to subscribe to something that I always see 98% of the time, I will watch the other product. I'm not into that. I don't want to see that. Change it up. I'm not saying she is not deserving of the championship, but how many times realistically, I'm not even going to pull no fucking side or no. Okay. So how many real big girls you seen besides China and motherfucking
Awesome Kong, Nia Jax.
Okay.
Beth Phoenix, when she came out, they tried to push her like she was a big body.
But guess what? She ain't. So
she got chips and all that, all the shit you're talking about, all the accolades. She got everything I'm talking about. She eliminated males in the male Royal Rumble.
So did China.
So I'm tired of seeing that. I don't want to subscribe to that shit over again. I don't want to see that shit over again.
We barely.
So Nyla Rose could stay where the fuck she at,
we
over
barely,
to the side.
That's bullshit. And we
and
barely see it.
And she's not even a great wrestler. She's not even a great wrestler.
I'm not even going for that. But that's bullshit.
She's not.
That's bullshit. I'm not going for that. That is bullshit.
If y'all want to push a big girl, that's dope. Go get Piper.
I'm just saying. I ain't saying push her.
Go get Piper Nevin. I'll subscribe to her. I'll follow
her. Do something different.
Because she's skilled. She's skilled and big. She's not just big.
Okay, so to be fair, isn't Rio kind of different?
She is very different, but
not really.
She's very different.
She's not.
How many chicks?
Skinnier Oscar?
Nah.
Skinnier.
Oh hell no! No. Whoa! Time out here. Rio has nothing.
I ain't fucking impressed.
Her wrestling skills top notch.
Rio's entire moveset is about speed.
It's about
and
Rio's entire moveset is somebody lay on top of her, she slide up and then get up on top of them. How about that? Nah,
basically, yeah. Actually, you're not wrong in that. But that's what makes her different, though.
What?
So that makes her unique. No one else does that.
She's
Who else does that?
Artist?
Yeah. Who else does that? No one. That's what sells gimmicks. Shit no one else is doing.
Her entire moveset is catching you out of nowhere with a roll-up.
Oh, no. Boo. I've seen plenty of heels do that. Actually, I've seen plenty of heel people.
You've seen heels do that activity, but this is her whole shtick. This is her whole thing.
Listen, that's part of her whole heel shtick. So but
she's not a heel, she's a face.
I don't care. Make it different. Make it spicy for me. It ain't spicy enough. But go ahead. We're going to continue with Restank or whatever the fuck.
I just want to point out one of the big girls of WWE, Tamina Snuka, has a very interesting
She's never been pushed.
Well, here's the thing: is that she is the current
Her
record
dad's
holder.
a murderer.
Yes, that's also true.
Oh,
That is also
all right,
true.
I'm done.
But she's
Done
also
now. All right, I'm going now. Bye.
she's also the current record holder of the longest tenured employee that has never held any type of WWE championship.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
I mean,
I get
again,
it.
can we go back to why? She's not a skilled wrestler. She's not entertaining.
think
Who gets
so?
entertained when they watching Tamina Snuka?
What's it
Did
tell you
get
that
entertained when
the
we saw her at
the
SmackDown?
eight-
I was not entertained. I
I
was more
kinda-
entertained by the chick that looked like Moana that was wrestling her.
Nah, I
I know.
just feel like she doesn't have an entertaining gimmick, but I feel like she's a solid wrestler.
She's a solid wrestler,
I'm not
but
going to doubt that. But
she's
I'm
a
just
solid
saying
wrestler.
she-
But I'm not coming
I'm
to
not-
see Tamina Snuka.
Yeah, I ain't say you was, and I'm not saying I am either. I'm
saying
simply-
like when I say it like that, I mean no one
yeah,
is coming to see
yeah, but
Tamina
I'm
Snuka.
but I'm that's what I'm saying. They're not pushing. her
I'm
right.
here
That's-
for Tamina Snuka.
I
would
no
watch-
one
wants
ever.
to see. I know
Okay,
who wants to see Tamina.
I'll watch Tamina.
Who?
My bladder when I need to fucking relieve it.
See, that's the thing too. If they gave her more, which they didn't, they just decided to push.
Nah, she used to get pushed back in the day before Nia even got there.
Kind
But
of, sort of.
Not enough.
Absolutely, they
but
did.
not enough. You know what I mean? And I feel like they should have actually. She was actually somebody that they should have really. Because I'm not even saying her gimmick was bad or anything like that. She's
No,
actually
when
solid.
when she had that aura when she first came out, they had a missed opportunity.
See, and that's what I'm saying. And then this is the thing about wrestlers' psyches, personalities, energy. When you continuously do that to a person, that definitely
She's a pre-show
affects-
champion.
That motherfucking affects somebody.
See, the
Look
problem
at
She's a
Go
pre-show
ahead.
champ.
here's the problem: is that they really should have leaned on Tamina Snuka as the daughter of a murderer gimmick. You know, they really should have leaned on that.
I mean, yo, on some
She ain't no
real,
one to
that
fuck
shit
with.
would get over.
She ain't no one to fuck with. Her dad will kill you.
You know what? You know
For
what?
real shit.
This is the gimmick that Rio should go
Real
with.
shit.
Rio should actually go with. She's sucking off that man Kenny Omega, but it's not true, and now she got to prove her worth because everybody like you just
my
only here
God.
because you not that. I like that.
Her gimmick is a fortune cookie. That's good enough.
To be
Yo.
fair,
Yeah.
Kenny Omega was getting it since she was 9. So
Oh my God! It was okay. It was in Japan.
No,
Thank
it's
you.
not.
Said.
I literally
it's
said
not.
that in the chat.
I don't give a fuck what part of Asia that
Sleazy
bitch
said.
Whoa.
I'm like,
Whoa.
wait, hold your brakes. Sleazy said the
Was
same
he
thing.
lying
I'm like,
too?
I was like,
He was a grown ass man.
Hell nah.
I'm
I
gonna
was
show you
like-
the video. They was wrestling. That's hilarious.
I don't think just because you're Japan, I don't think it's still right. Like,
That ain't never gonna be right. And no, that ain't even gonna be right in outer space. What you talking about?
Why do you
That ain't
think?
gonna be right in the afterlife.
so
I'm
let's
like,
talk
yeah.
about this match.
Let's.
Let's talk about how overrating of a piece of shit Sleazy is for this match.
I thought it was a 2.5-star match.
Okay,
What?
so
Whoa, hold on. We gotta let this.
yeah,
we
yeah,
gotta let
yeah.
this.
I want to
Yeah.
hear more.
It was an okay match for the house show.
Bullshit. What's your real star?
What, you thought it was better?
What was your real star rating?
2.5.
What was your?
This match was better than the other Riho match you gave 4.5 stars to. The last
Absolutely not.
dumb fuck.
Absolutely
Yes.
not.
Yes,
Mm-mm.
it was.
No, it
By
wasn't.
miles.
No, it wasn't.
This is a 3.25 star match.
Absolutely not.
Yes, it was.
The fuck
For
are
a
you
woman-
talking about?
For a man, for a hermaphrodite who likes Asians,
that?
women's wrestling, you don't know how to fucking rate it.
Considering that the entire match was all about fucking
roll-ups.
double stomps. It was literally double stomps
Oh yeah,
and
dude,
nothing
there was
else.
double stomp after double stomp after double stomp after double
I've
stomp.
seen you rate young
Every
bucks
position.
These two,
fucking 5
So
stars
this is-
with
so this
super
is-
kicks every
can I-
match. Fuck
Can I
you.
ask
These-
a question? Is this the people y'all? Is this the shorty y'all championship? Yeah.
It was Rio. It was Rio.
Oh, so she just double stomping and rolling people up?
yeah.
Yeah, her moveset is mad basic.
Oh
Well,
my
here's the
God.
problem.
It's so
These two have
good.
wrestled
Oh, she's
hundreds
lying
of
about-
times.
You know,
Every
I'm trying to
single
tell
one
you,
has been
it's
better
the
than
most
this.
basic moveset you ever seen.
Oh, I've seen it. That's why I'm not impressed. I'm like, but continue. Go ahead. Continue.
It was not a match that either one has had that's been worse than this one that I've seen. I've seen them multiple times tear it up, and it was nothing in compared to this.
Yeah, this is I wasn't mad at this match.
It was
I was just mad at
okay.
all the double stumps.
It was okay.
There was at least
it was
6 double stumps.
It was to put over that Riho had finally eclipsed her teacher. You know, that's all the story was, and that's fine story to tell.
Oh.
But the reality was that there just wasn't enough content in there. I thought that this could have been way better than it was.
How long was that match, Fat Man?
13 minutes and 20 seconds.
It didn't feel like that long when I watched that shit.
Exactly.
I feel like it went by way faster.
Yeah, especially with all the double stumps and
There's at least 6 double stumps.
You know what Rio's new name is? Her name is Valdo. You ever play Soul Calibur, Soul
my
Edge?
God.
Yeah, anybody ever play that?
Years ago.
Long time ago.
Well, y'all gonna look it up. You know what I'm saying? Look up Valdo from Soul Calibur, Soul Edge, and that's Rio right there.
Yeah, she's
definitely that. She's that.
So you're going with 2.5 stars? You said?
Yes.
I still don't believe that.
I don't either.
Why do you feel like it is 2.5 stars? Go super in depth.
Okay, so right off the bat,
Lawyered.
Really?
You said
Come on,
right off
man.
the bat, lawyered.
Yo.
What an asshole. What a fucking asshole.
Bullshit.
So
You're going to text me your real star rating. Because there's no way
it's
I believe
2.5.
No way.
It's a fucking 2.5.
That's what my man said. Listen here.
I don't buy it.
Of course you don't buy it.
1 foot, the other star was for another, and the half was for the halfway she get out that motherfucking wrestling ring or group or pin. There you go, 2.5 stars.
Her halfway finisher.
I gave her an extra half.
Finisher.
Nope.
I gave her an extra half star because she spread her legs at least once during the match. Okay, whatever.
Yo,
I respect
you a
that
savage,
rating.
bro. Yeah, I like
that
it.
rating system.
All right, I respect that too. Wait a minute, no, but she ain't even got nothing. Like, okay, hold on, time out. So,
Nah, she's sexy though.
what? You almost made me say something that was going to
She
get
not?
bleeped out on here, but
She not?
no.
Wait. You think we beep shit out on this show?
Absolutely fucking
I
not.
was gonna say we coming for you, Hogan. So anyway, yeah,
That is actually one of the few things we
That
do
is-
bleep out.
That is the one.
yeah. See, I was because I was gonna say that, but it was like, all right, you gonna play with me if you want to, but okay, but no, I'm not gonna say she's not attractive. I'm just saying she just
You
I don't
like
know.
them bigger.
No, it's not even that. I just like it more.
He just don't fuck with her.
It's not even that, bro. It's just like,
He's afraid she's gonna break in while fucking.
yeah,
her.
kind of. Like, first of all, ain't no way. I don't know. She just got incredible endurance, and then it's just like when you actually do.
Are we still talking about the match right now?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know if she got endurance in that. She might get broken in half. I'm gonna keep it a bean with you. Okay, she get folded like a single dollar bill in a stripper's asshole. That's my word. But this is my thing. It's
I
just
thought
like
I put the quarters.
shit.
Oh, God.
First of all, if she turned to the side, that should be her other signature move. You couldn't even see her no more. Disappearo, you know. And then she just slide on your. She should be the razor chopper, one of them, because her hands are so paper thin. She looked like a Pokemon, just out there, just. I don't know what she does. How she, this was like mad unimpressive. Like when the minute she slid under Shorty, and then like after, I don't know. It's just the way y'all hyping her up. Nah,
I'm just doing it to make you mad.
I know, but the way that they just hyping y'all, nah. She needed more food on her plate. It's wrestling, not. I don't know.
She don't got them Oscar yams, that's for sure.
She don't. All right.
I mean, she can
just
get
don't.
my
Not
dick.
even she couldn't even get away with that in UFC. Wow. You feel what I'm trying to say? Yeah.
I mean, if we're playing that card,
okay, we are. We can. I put this trap.
So what
card
was your rating, Fat Man?
Go ahead.
3 1/4.
3 1/4.
Mm.
Okay. So 2.5, 3 1/4, and 3.
Jesus Christ.
I don't buy Sleazy star rating. I think he's full of shit. But
Yeah,
let's go on.
I think Sleazy's got 4 1/4.
I think yeah. And
No.
5 3/4 if it was in the Tokyo Dome. So I mean, there's no way he thinks that this match is worse than her all-in match or all-out match. No way.
So she had
It absolutely
match.
was. Without question, it was.
Don't you Tony Schiavone me?
Without question, it was.
So she not gonna get no more points for spreading them junks, though. I mean, just
She
a little
got
bit.
an extra half.
Listen, if y'all gonna hype her like that spread leg got to be the highlight. It can't even be a half. It got to be like an extra star. Come on, man. If y'all
Okay, I will bump it up to 3 stars just from that. Okay, that's
okay,
it.
Okay, because the double stomps and the little pin, whatever. I don't know.
All right, let's talk about. So Sleazy's real star rating is now 4.5. Well, let's talk about the AEW Championship.
Holy shit. Okay, so let's start with the 3 judges on the side.
Oh, you mean the pointless?
Yeah.
The completely useless, pointless judges, which included Dean Malenko, who couldn't have been more biased if he tried.
Right.
Then you had the Great Muta, who was an NWO Japan guy. Mm-hmm. Yes.
What?
Kijimuto.
He was in the NWO?
Yeah, he was in the Japan version of NWO.
I thought that was what the fuck is his name?
Liger?
Chono.
Chono was also in it. It was an entire faction.
I didn't know Muda was in it.
Yeah.
It was too many people.
There were literally thousands of NWO members.
Yeah.
As I think about it, I'm like, you know what?
They're still getting out of the limo.
It's like 2019, and they're getting out of the limo at the club down in, where was
at
it?
La Guerrera.
Right.
There you
Everybody's
go.
on each other's lap and shit.
Exactly.
They getting out of the club at La Guerrera and I don't know, El Dorado somewhere. You know, it's a car full of Mexicans. They ain't got to come deep like that. I ain't going. I'm sorry for
Holy
anybody.
shit. We're going to get thrown off the air on this episode for sure. And then you have Arn fucking Anderson, who has proved that he is loyal, question mark, to the Rhodes?
Question mark.
Question mark, question mark.
He's a fucking Four Horseman. Why is he loyal to the Rhodes?
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
So,
I mean, hey.
what the fuck was this? Seriously, it was, how long was this match?
29 minutes and 35 seconds.
Okay, so when I started watching this match, there was an hour 40 left in the pay-per-view?
No. Yes. Actually,
Yeah.
you're right. Yep.
It was, I looked at it and like, there's only 2 matches left? Or 2 matches left? I'm like, holy shit, what the hell's going on here? But the actual match itself, wow, that fucking spot. So,
the tope where he fucked his head up?
completely and utterly fucked his head up.
What up?
Cody fucked himself royally up.
Yo, okay, so that's what y'all were talking about,
Bro.
That is what.
And just
fuck
imagine
y'all was
this,
talking
Caddy.
about.
Tope suicida.
You ain't got even
No
go ahead.
hands. Nobody to catch you. Head to ground.
He probably requested that in advance.
That shit didn't look right, yo.
Listen,
That shit looked all fucked
the
up.
first time I knew something was wrong with that boy is he was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna take this chair shot unguarded."
Now I got a little side note here. I have a gripe about Cody Rhodes, and I always get bashed for this or get in arguments with people for this.
Right.
But I feel like Cody Rhodes is extremely overrated.
Oh my God.
Cody Rhodes is one of those
welcome
guys,
to the family.
Cody Rhodes is one of those guys
Before
that
you
has
stop-
the ability.
Okay, hold
Yeah,
on
go
right
ahead.
there. Hold on.
Yep.
You say Cody Rhodes is overrated?
Yes.
in a sense, yeah.
Thank you so much.
Grossly overrated, and here's why I think so.
He is fucking. Okay, go ahead.
He's, in my opinion, he's a mid-tier guy that gets pushed like a top-tier guy. And my problem with him is he's had so many matches with so many star caliber people, and he hasn't managed to have a great fucking match.
Yes!
Like, every time I watch Cody Rhodes, he just has good matches, and I don't get that because he has all the tools.
You ain't think the one with Kenny was good?
That match
great?
was good.
Yeah.
It was. Kenny was great. Cody was good.
Kenny's always great.
Yeah, Kenny was great, and Cody was good.
I think what does it for him, I think he does that on. This is my thing. I think
It's like he's scared to be pushed to the stratosphere or something.
I think he actually does that on purpose with I'm not even to say his moves are too spectacular. His moves are very just straightforward. Mm-hmm. This is what it is. But
I don't want to take nothing away from his ability in the ring or nothing like that, because he's solid. But I
think what he relies to sell is his attitude, his energy. And that's what I think makes him an overall great wrestler. Mm-hmm. Because you got a lot of wrestlers that don't really do too much, but they energy and their charisma and how, just like Dean Ambrose. Mm-hmm. Dean Ambrose is a phenomenal wrestler. I'm not even going to hold you.
He got a lot better, too.
He got a lot better. But a lot of what sold Dean Ambrose was his attitude and the way he actually went about doing certain things. But I do feel like Cody Rhodes is getting a bit overrated. His antics is getting a little bit too obnoxious. He's getting a little bit too overzealous to be hardcore, and you know what I mean, trying to set himself apart.
He's bleeding too much.
That's what I'm saying.
He need to chill.
And I don't mind the meticulous, methodical Cody Rhodes just come through, do certain things or do something real hardcore every once in a while. But you're just trying to go too hard, bro. Just like, matter of fact, if y'all gonna say this Cody Rhodes is overrated, can we say Riho is overrated?
She's definitely overrated.
Okay, all right. I'm cool. I'm cool with that.
Now Sleazy's going to your house with a shotgun.
Okay, here we go. No,
Sleazy better come to my house with a T-80 Terminator, because he gonna need more than that to get past these doors.
With all that being said about Cody Rhodes being overrated,
I'm gonna spark it off.
I give it. Go ahead. 4 stars.
You gave it 4?
Yeah.
I
really liked it. I thought it was a great. It was a different. All you see. The whole show was pretty much flips and shit. This was an actually ground-based wrestling match.
It was gritty.
It was physical. It was gritty. Cody Rhodes definitely's got to stop doing stupid shit.
All the time.
I like him when he's more he's a real good technical wrestler.
Well, I really liked the match.
Yeah.
The MJF turn was well done, even if predictable, but also a complete waste of time, because I
don't feel like the timing was right.
It wasn't even that. He's a heel that somehow became a face because he was associated with Cody, and the only reason they paid that off was so he's going to turn heel again.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know. It was I'm showing you.
It was a waste. It was a waste of 3 months. Mm-hmm. It was just a waste.
It was a pointless build-up, though. That's why I gave it a 3. I give it a 3 3/4 stars, because again, Cody Rhodes doing stupid shit all the time, and I just felt like after what I saw in the physicality of that match, to throw the MJF thing in there, it was just like left a sour taste in my mouth.
I actually liked that aspect of it. Like, I did. I don't know why. I can't tell you why I did, but the throwing in the towel type thing, I think he should have done it not to like play it off as, oh, he's my friend and throw it in. I think
worried.
But also, I don't like it at the same time, because if you're going to do that, why not just have him, Cody win by DQ? He's not winning the title, therefore he can't get the title shot anymore, and you fucked him up. So there's different ways it could have been done. What they did was well done, but probably not the best. But it's
not
wrestling.
Really thought through.
It was a very good match, though.
And here's Sleazy going to shit on it.
Actually, I liked it.
He's surprising you today.
I actually agree with Fatman on the rating too. 4 stars.
Oh, what a mark!
Yeah, I know. Fuck you. Go fuck yourself. I only have a couple minor problems with the match, and ironically, I think if they did the same finish without Cody being busted open, that it wouldn't have worked as well as it did.
Agree.
I don't think they should use him at all in the first era period.
Oh God.
I think that you have too many. You have your guys out
in
here.
The fire.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man, just take a back
the
seat.
stipulation, he kind of is, because the stipulation of it was he won't get any more. If he loses this match, he won't get any more AEW title matches.
Yeah, he will never challenge for the AEW title.
That's gonna be bullshit.
Yeah,
it's gonna be bullshit.
Well, that's the thing. Well, of course,
Yeah.
because it's first of all, it's too early in the company to do this, and Fatman and I talked about this off the air a lot before even the show went on. Is that doing a gimmick like that kind of pushes you into the corner? Either you're never going to have Cody win the title, or you've basically said Cody's obviously going to win.
Yeah.
So it was kind of a weird.
Never gonna have Cody win the title and know it's bullshit, or Cody's gonna win.
Right.
See, and that's what I feel like. I felt like it was either one or the other. That's why they should have just utilized that type of thing later on down the field. You know what I'm saying? You already got your. I feel like it's gonna be between Kenny or the other guy or Pac or
don't.
I don't not Kenny too soon because Kenny is.
No, I'm just mad at Kenny right now. That's why.
Oh,
I'm harboring anger for him.
Well,
I feel like he's paying his dues right now in order for him to be further along the champion.
The dues he just paid fucking tonight. I keep saying tonight like it just happened, but I just watched it again.
Did he lose? He lost. Good.
We'll get to it.
Oh, okay, my bad.
It's the next match.
It's the next
All
match.
right, all right.
But I still think they could have had the same match laid out
Yeah.
with the same thing without that stupid Cody Rhodes stipulation.
I agree.
Yeah, they didn't even need that. It didn't bring any extra asses into the seats.
Yeah, because you was gonna watch it anyway. You was definitely gonna watch it anyway, without the stipulations or not. I don't even think the stipulations was.
It's not even a
on anybody's
believable
mind.
stipulation.
Yeah,
So, just like
I
you guys said.
don't believe that at all. Like even when y'all said it, I was like, I don't believe that shit. You know how many times, like when they,
Oh, you're fired. You can never come
you
back.
could never come
2
back.
weeks later.
You back.
Oh, he's back.
He never loses TV time, even.
Yeah, see,
Right.
So I don't.
How many
Nobody
times-
kicks out of the Falcon Arrow
Nobody kicks out of the Falcon Arrow. No one.
except literally everybody.
Here's about the MJF thing. You have to be Sting level stupid to believe.
Oh, chill, bro. Not on my son Sting. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm going to, because how many times did Flair and Lex Luger turn on Sting in WCW?
10 billion?
Yeah.
At least 3
chance they
times.
got.
At least 3 times.
You got to be Sting level stupid to believe that MJF is your friend.
Valid.
Okay, that's. I mean,
Like,
come
they're pushing
on.
him as like one of the biggest asshole like heels they have. So
That sounds like something that WCW would have done. Oh wait,
True.
who books? Who used to book for WCW? Let's
Sully.
think about that.
Kevin Sullivan?
Yeah, who's currently booking for AEW among other people?
The Taskmaster.
the task.
He ain't
Who is-
copying nobody's moves that well.
Who is Kevin Sullivan? So, yes.
God damn it. Okay, so
Secret move.
so that's the end of the official pay-per-view, because the next match is not sanctioned at all by AEW at all. It is a lights out match.
But yet they're making
All the
money
lights are
it.
on.
Wait a minute,
And they're
wait a
making
minute.
money on it.
They're
And it's
making-
in the arena.
They got a whole
It's on
name for that
pay-per-view.
motherfucker.
And they paid a referee to be there.
And they paid a referee to be there.
This is a unsafe. This is a light. Matter of
Right.
fact, if that was the case, then y'all should have just popped it off right then and there.
I did. No, I'm kidding. First of
Can we
all,
get to this shitstorm?
the
what
fact
happened?
the fact of the matter is this: a lights out match needs to start with the lights actually turning out, not turning red. Okay?
Yeah.
This ain't fucking Bray Wyatt matches. Okay?
Right.
Let's,
Bro.
Fat Man. I need you. I need you to go through this.
Need me?
Oh
I literally, in my notes, wrote down 2 words for a 39-minute match. 39-minute match. I wrote down-
39 minutes.
It was 39 minutes.
39 minutes. I wrote down
fucking
2
what?
I wrote down 2 words. Guess which words they were.
Fuck this.
Super trash.
I said fuck you, but
Too much.
Okay.
Agreed. My first gripe with it, you got 2 of the top people in your company, obviously some of the most well-known faces
who
your
was
company
Ken-
fucking has.
Who was Ken facing? Was it
Moxley.
Okay, I kind of figured.
So you got 2 of the biggest name superstars you have indulging in this sort of indie level stupidity. on a national stage with fucking barbed wire beds and that shit was so stupid.
What
like
the fuck? A barbed wire
I'm all
bed?
I'm all for hardcore.
Mouse traps on a board, barbed wire, fucking
Bro,
bats and brooms, barbed wire.
I'm all for hardcore and all. Don't get me wrong, that shit's cool. It's dope if it's executed right. Correct. This was not executed right. It was just like they got together and like, hey, what's the fucking stupidest, most outlandish weapons we can use just to get a reaction out of people? Oh, here they are. That's what I felt like I was watching.
Yo.
With V triggers mixed in and fucking other moves.
Well, if you want, okay. If you want to talk, hold on. If you want to talk about Rio only doing stops, let's fucking talk about Kenny Omega's one fucking move, the fucking knee trigger. So fuck all you.
Hey, listen.
I'm not even a Rio fan, but if you want to fucking go there, that's his only fucking move.
Yeah, he did that shit like 100 times.
Falconero.
In every fucking match.
Mm-hmm.
Ever.
Only because we could hear Kevin Kelly go, V-Trigger!
V-Trigger!
The sling blade.
Dude, I'm telling you, this match, it just, I had like such a cringy face on while I was watching it because the beginning of it was cool. It was like,
it started out like this normal shit through the arena, and then it just escalated. It just escalated.
It escalated way too quick.
And how many fucking, the match should have ended like 50 times.
Word.
You have Kenny Omega kicking out of one on like a DDT on the fucking glass.
Yeah.
At least should have been dead.
Bro, they had glass, they had
fucking
mouse traps, they had everything.
And then Sleazy's favorite fucking spot in the world when you pull up the fucking ring skirt and expose the boards.
That is literally the worst possible thing. And
it's literally no difference from what you're being slammed on, except for fucking tissue paper.
Well, here's the problem with it. Here's the key problem with it, is that when you rip up the mat and you expose the floorboards, not only are you breaking kayfabe by the fact that you're exposing the mats, but you're also basically saying that every match that happened up to that point means really nothing because they were all on the squishy mat that's here. But this is the real stuff now. Bully Ray used to do it all the time. In fact, Santana and Ortiz are part of they're part of a match that I refused to rate because it was absolutely so dangerous, because they had decided to take the padding off the ring and have just the bare floorboards in a Impact match. What was it called? Concrete Jungle, I think it was.
It was at last year's Bound for Glory. The problem with their ring is, though, the rings don't have lips. So the board, as soon as the first person stepped on that board, a board got dislodged. And someone easily could have fucking broken their fucking leg or worse.
It's the first time I've ever refused to actually rate a match because of that. It was so dangerous.
Segue.
I understand.
Segue. I refuse to rate this match.
Really?
Oh. Hey man, if it's like that.
I don't even have a rating for it because it was so much shit happening. I didn't understand how. I didn't know how to lay out the ideas. I was just like, this shit is ridiculous.
This shit was just.
There weren't even ideas. They were just like, okay, let's get slammed on a chain. Let's get slammed on a mousetrap. Let's get slammed on glass. Let's get slammed on barbed wire.
Chain was grossly overused. I tried to hang him. New style from the ring with the chain. Dude,
let's kick out of your finisher onto exposed. Let's kick out of your finisher 3 times. Once normally, once on glass, and once on exposed board. Because that's fucking how a hardcore match works. Like,
yeah, I don't like that.
It's fucking. It was a bullshit fucking match. They went too far, and when they didn't go too far, they were kicking out fucking out of every fucking thing. So, fuck them.
Wow.
Did he bend his
Am I the only
pliers?
Did you guys not enjoy it at all?
No.
I didn't enjoy it.
It don't even sound appealing.
Wow.
I didn't enjoy it.
I love this match.
For 39 fucking minutes though, bro?
I'm serious. I am dead serious about this. And I'm probably the only person on the internet ever that when they were talking, everyone talked about this match like it was the worst match ever. I loved it. The only part that I didn't like was when they pulled back the ring mat. everything else, I actually really enjoyed the match. It was a trip down 2013, 2014 CZW memory lane. This is a classic death match. And I want to point out, with all of Fatman's bitching about people kicking out of finishers, how many finishers did Moxley kick out of?
Yeah.
Zero, because the one-wing fucking angel is the most protected move in fucking wrestling, and he can't even fucking do that. Not when he kicks out of fucking 2 finishers of Moxley. Go fuck yourself, Kenny Omega, first of all. Second of all, I really, really enjoyed the fact that everyone thought this was super unsafe. It was not. Every single.
I didn't say it was unsafe. I just
but you didn't say that. But a lot of people thought a lot of the spots were super unsafe, and that's absolutely not the truth. There was a great masterclass in illusion in terms of deathmatch and hardcore wrestling. The glass is obviously fake. The barbed wire is real, but it's not going to do that much damage. The barbed wire was also a great setup to the barbed wire netting that went through later on in the show. I
hated that. That barbed wire netting was the worst part of the entire pay-per-view.
As a person that appreciates some death hardcore shit, that is not fucking hardcore. So I don't need you to take that and put that shit right in your back pocket and sit on that shit, bro.
The problem
Fuck out of here.
The problem I had with that
seen fucking Mankind go through a fucking cage. He almost fucking died. That's a fucking real death match. You said that was a death. He went get the fuck 39 minutes. Death matches usually last a little bit less than that, but in a sense,
it wasn't that
linkage.
It was fucking mouse traps. Oh, how I see somebody. It was a death match. Somebody got buried with some cement or something like that. It was some deathly shit.
The death match.
It was some.
If it was some deathly shit, you shouldn't have been DDT 3 times through a fucking whatever the fuck and still survived. Yeah, what?
Yeah,
like
but that's kind of the point, though. A CZW death match was a very specific match type, though, and a lot of the same spots that happened in this match were commonplace in CZW death matches. The only thing that you didn't see.
Can I ask a question? Before this? What qualifies as a death match?
Hardcore tools should be used.
Yeah, not no fucking death match. That's an Extreme Rules match. I don't know what the fuck.
Extreme Rules is
holy shit.
No, fucking WWE.
Listen, no, fuck all this.
That's
other
exactly
listen,
what
we
they
gonna
call
break
their
kayfabe right now. I'm just gonna be realistic about this shit. Ain't no fucking way that's to me. That's more of an Extreme Rules match. I don't care how people put some spice on it. A death match is somebody almost gonna die.
And if that's you being too extreme.
What? It's
okay, to be fair, in that case, every match can be a death match.
I don't like the reverse ironic of that. So my shit is too okay. My shit is too extreme, but at the same time, it ain't an extreme match.
Yeah, but here, if you're gonna play that,
we know this shit is
listen.
No.
If we're selling Rio and we selling all this kayfabe, you're gonna have to kayfabe that.
No, wait, whoa, time out here. Because here's the problem with that. If you're gonna say,
listen, I'm gonna listen. I'm not even gonna say no more because if y'all say that, then I'm just gonna deem this whole thing is hypocrisy, and that's it. I'm not gonna explain it because
match is just the name of a match.
Hypocrisy.
It's just a name. It's just like a tag team match.
Hypocrisy.
It's just like Royal Rumble. It's the name of a match.
A Royal Rumble, a Royal Rumble is a match. If the name fits,
just the name.
Caddy, wait.
Okay. Hell in a Cell without no cells. You're just in hell.
Here's the.
I'm just saying. I don't know. A Royal Rumble is technically a bunch of people rumbling royally. I don't know. I guess.
I was going to say the Royal Rumble match doesn't make sense either.
That shit makes no sense.
No. Because if you got to. No. It's probably because I think the Royal Rumble is like the segue to who gets to become the number one contender. You know what I mean?
But it was called the Royal Rumble before that stipulation was even there.
Possibly, who knows?
But, no, it was definitely that.
It wasn't a possibly.
But listen. If we gonna go with that and everybody's subscribing to that, then I ain't subscribing to no fucking death match.
Yeah, but if that's your
ain't nobody die.
If that's your definition, no, wait.
Nobody die.
Okay.
Listen,
I will agree with you on that. Okay, nobody's gonna die here. If you want to subscribe to the fact,
match on Extreme call it what it is.
Okay,
we gonna be all that. If we gonna be doing.
Okay, so if we're going by that premise. No match ever has been a death match.
Except every match has been a death match. Every single match has been a death match because every single match you could die in it.
That's true.
Maybe that's why people fail.
You could
misplace it. Okay.
you could have a death match could have 0 stipulations and be a death match. You could have a one-on-one match with all the rules accounted for. You could die in any match.
But that's not
Silver King.
That's realistic. That's okay. Okay, matter of fact, I'm gonna say it like this: you can die realistically in football, but is it called death ball?
No.
Oh my. Okay, it doesn't.
Are you going to sit here and pull the gimmick card here?
The match is literally called a death match.
You get 99% hurt in wrestling, just like you get 99% hurt in football.
Yeah, but you're just using a point that makes no sense.
It does make sense. I don't want to hear that shit. Man, just go ahead. Cut to the bullshit. Go ahead.
No. You guys watch college basketball, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Kentucky just lost to
Death basketball.
Kentucky just lost to Evansville.
Really?
Yep.
What?
What?
Wait, say that one more time to make sure I didn't hear something.
You heard that right.
The number one team in the country, Kentucky, just lost to Evansville.
You want to know
Who
why?
the fuck is Evansville?
Because they was playing death ball. They was playing
jail ball or something.
No, ain't no difference. They was playing death ball. If they was playing jail ball, it's called death ball now.
Okay, let's go back to the hardcore match.
No, it's a death match. Go ahead.
The reason why
it's a lights out match, first of all.
The reason why I didn't like that spot on
it was called a lights out match.
With all the lights on.
Listen.
Gimmick killed. Kayfabe broken.
I was talking about before, but I didn't want to say nothing. That's what I said. That's what I said before. I was like, if that was the case, that's hypocrisy because it wasn't even called that. But I'm not even gonna say nothing because y'all already said it for me.
Let's
there you go.
The reason why I hated that barbed wire spot.
Could they see in the lights out match? This is my last interruption.
But
could they see the death in the lights out match?
Yeah, there was no lights out. The lights was all on.
Okay, all right, but it's a death match.
The lights was all on.
Lights on death match. All right, come on, continue.
Was because Moxley suplexed Omega, but Omega got up first.
Yeah,
and that happened a lot in this match.
Yes, and when he did the knee trigger through that thing, Omega did the move, but Moxley was up first. Like
backwards as fuck. It was opposite.
Like legit. Like I can't rate it because I'm gonna bash the shit out of it. Like,
please do.
I really enjoyed it. That's the worst part about this. I really liked it.
They went too far. But you're a CZW guy.
That's also true.
I'm the XWA guy. I'm the guy. Give me 20 minutes.
Attraction to it.
Give me 20 minutes of a freaking Angle Benoit match, and that's what I like.
You just want to see headlocks and home runs.
And death.
I was waiting for him to do that, but he missed it. He missed it. It was beyond it.
I know.
But that's a true death match.
I guess. People getting choked through Titantrons and shit ain't death enough.
But
Hawk died. Mickey James died.
They really don't.
Mickey James got hit by a train.
What?
Yeah, Mickey James got hit by a train and died.
I'm not even gonna make no jokes about that. That's really
no.
But
in Impact Wrestling, they did an angle where she died.
Oh, so did she? So when she lost the death match, did it lead her to a death stage where she got hit deathly with the death train? Wait. Can I ask? Did the lights turn on before when the death train hit her, or was it the lights off? You see where I'm going with this, right? I ain't gonna say. I am saying shit. I'm obviously lying, but I'm just fucking with you.
Yo,
but no, like they kept getting up after big. They were no selling everything. Everything, kicking out of everything.
Wait.
Times.
And this is the match you're going to bitch about Kenny Omega no selling shit?
No. This is the match we're talking about, so therefore I am.
Damn, shots fired.
He no sells everything.
He kind of does.
He does.
When he was in New Japan. He was. I was like waiting for him to not be the champion no more. He was the champion for like ever.
And yet he wasn't.
Can I ask a question? Another question.
Yes.
If the Bullet Club was in the match, would it be a firing range match?
Jesus Christ.
It would be a death match because they all have guns.
You are so stuck on this death match thing. Get over
phenomenal.
This is my main point because I understand what y'all are saying, gentlemen, but if it was going to be a lights out match and they not sticking to the themes,
they didn't stick to none of the themes
Exactly.
they said.
That's AEW though.
Yeah.
So what
In
made it-
6 weeks, Cody's going to be challenging for the title.
For the
Okay?
fact,
He's gonna challenge for it on
the very next
Wednesday.
pay per
What are you
view they
talking
have,
about?
he's gonna be going for the belt.
And I get that, but I'm just like, okay, gentlemen, like, well, I'll bite, mouse traps and all.
That shit.
The
I don't know,
mousetrap
man. I
spot,
can't get over it.
love.
I didn't
I'm
enjoy
gonna review
it.
it myself. I'm gonna sit there and review it
I
myself.
like it.
I'm gonna review it myself.
I want to
'cause
hear this
honestly-
review. I really do.
Yeah, you're gonna have to watch it because
I'm going to, 'cause
It's
the way-
a spectacle.
I just
The
need
way-
25 minutes on him talking about death matches.
Sleazy,
I mean, telling you,
Fat man.
spectacle.
what'd you rate it?
Him being a big Kenny Omega fan, I honestly don't think you're going to like it.
Yeah, I probably. It sounds underwhelming. The whole entire. I'm not gonna say the card itself. The whole entire card sounds underwhelming. But just like I came in here like halfway through. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't missed nothing.
And I probably didn't. That's why I added all this extra in it. I was like, damn, this shit sucks. Let me add a bunch of other shit in here. I know I don't want to see her talk about terrible ass matches all this.
That's what it was.
Sleazy, what was your rating?
3 and 3/4.
Most of the event was boo boo.
What was that?
3 and 3/4. It was just under the Cody Rhodes match.
3 3/4 for
Yeah.
that. All right, I respect it.
And you wanted to give Riho 2.5 stars when the cheeks was spread.
All right, guys.
I see your priorities are. Oh, go ahead.
What was your overall thoughts on this show?
If we're rating it, I'm gonna give it 2 3/4 for the entire event. Felt like there were, as I said earlier, lots of missed opportunities, especially with some of the matchups that we had that I was looking forward to seeing, and they just underwhelmed me. And the ending to the pay-per-view wasn't what I was expecting.
I give it a 6 out of 10. I thought it was AEW's best show since September. Yeah. Spoiler, they only had one show since September.
I'm not gonna cast no judgment because I ain't watched it yet.
I'll give it about 6 out of 10 also.
I think that they're on the right track. They just, it's strange because it's like they toned everything down and then gave things more time than they should have. And
Yeah, they toned everything down, all right. You watched the main event?
no, I mean, in
That
terms
shit
of
was toned up.
No, in terms of how the entire show was booked.
Oh, the matches that don't deserve time got time, and the matches that didn't deserve time got way too much.
Yeah. Kind of like every
So,
fucking indie
That
show.
is the theme of AEW the whole time, though. You don't need fucking 30-minute. They think they're going to be epic matches. Like
They're booking towards a wrestler mindset, not a
they're
promoter
marks
standing.
for themselves.
Yeah.
I mean,
agree.
the show started with the Bucks and ended with Omega.
That's valid.
But-
That's
to be
shit.
fair,
I didn't even
I
think about
agree.
that. I didn't even
To
think
be-
about that.
To be fair,
He should
though,
have lost if that's the
Yeah.
case.
to be fair, though, the Young Bucks, Cody, and Omega all lost.
That is
Oh,
also
he
true.
did lose.
So,
Wait, Omega lost?
yes.
And that's cool. He's paying his dues. I'm cool with that. I'm cool as long as he took an L. He's paying some dues.
Fucking dude.
He is. He lost like the last several
He
times.
paying
If he lose 10 more
fucking
times, I'm
dues.
still gonna be satisfied with it. Yeah, let him pay his dues. Let him take that L. Because wins. Remember, wins and losses count there.
Anybody that has executive anything in front of their name ain't paying no fucking dues.
They said wins and
They
losses
dues already
gonna matter
paid.
there. They said wins and losses gonna matter there. So I'm just
Well,
saying.
I'm waiting for that to come to fruition.
They stressed this the whole night that non-sanctioned match doesn't count because it never technically happened. So did Omega really actually lose?
Did Omega really actually
he
die?
No, he didn't.
Feels
So
bad.
Omega actually, well, he lost, didn't really lose.
You're right. You know what?
While he lost, he didn't really die in the death match.
So I heard something about how you guys went to a Smackdown recently.
Bro,
Yeah.
I'd rather let Caddy talk about it because it was his first live event.
Yeah, it was actually
Really?
yeah, my first actual wrestling event, period, in person.
Wow.
Yeah, it was really, really exciting. This is why I started to like, because even when I started to watch when Paul Heyman and I heard Eric Bischoff was taking over SmackDown, but I don't know if that's true or not. But yeah, even when they started like getting to more transitioned into that like energy, and they started getting ready for that post Fox thing, you know what I mean? I started watching them carefully. They were getting better and better, so I was actually looking very forward to the like. What is it? The fourth episode?
Yeah, I think it was
from Fox, or like maybe 6 or one of those. It had to be like 4 or 5, you know, because I have been paying attention to them a lot. Even to when superstars missed a flight, they was stuck in Saudi, for like Royal Crown and shit.
I honestly felt like
That was always the plan
Since Crown Jewel. Yeah.
Another running gag on the show.
yeah, I mean, I felt like I'm not mad that a
I'm
lot
not
of those
mad.
people were left because
it was a
we
great
wouldn't have
show.
had that great fucking Adam Cole, Daniel Bryan match.
Oh
we
my
wouldn't
God.
have had that
Tommaso
Miz, Tommaso Ciampa match.
Yeah.
Those matches were fucking epic.
What else was there? There was actually a couple more.
Oh, can we talk about the 205 live matches that happened after the show that were
yeah.
great?
Sure.
Leo Rush.
And Killshot. And,
Oh,
or-
fuck.
what's the other guy?
Fuck
Killshot's
Leo
name in
Rush.
WWE?
First of all, fuck Leo Rush.
Why?
He can
Why?
go suck a big fat fucking cock.
Leo
Why?
Rush
What do you-
is legit a piece of fucking shit in real life.
So he didn't
seems
die
like
the
it.
way you wanted to him to death match. That's what you're trying to say.
Right.
Let's put Leo Rush in a death match then. No, but honestly, that match he had at the end of the night to close the show for us, even though it was filmed for 205 Live, that was a really, really good match.
It was actually phenomenal. They actually put in a lot of work. The skits, the way
He played to the crowd
yeah.
really well.
They both actually did. Both of the wrestlers actually. Who was he facing anyway?
Leo Rush was facing.
trying to think.
I forgot the Hispanic kid that was in the Cruiserweight Classic. I can't remember his name though.
Umberto?
Raul Mendoza or something.
Oh,
like that?
Raul?
Yeah,
I
Raul
don't
Mendoza,
actually
believe
know
it was.
who was on there.
Yeah, it was Raul Mendoza and him. Do you know? You remember Killshot from Lucha Underground, right?
Shane Strickland. Yes.
Yes, him.
Yeah.
He had he was
With
the first
Daivari.
match of 205 Live with Daivari. That match was also
It was
very fucking
crazy
good.
off the chain.
Yeah.
Very great match.
They're great guys.
Sleazy.
Yes.
Who did Shane Strickland used to tag with in feud with in Lucha Underground? Who was
I know
it?
what you're talking
AR
about.
Fox?
I'm trying to think.
There's a name.
Yeah.
There's a name we call him on the show. Who was it, Sleazy?
Floppy ankles.
Floppy ankles.
Oh my god.
Wait,
Do I have to tell the story?
Yes.
was he trios champion with what's the Mac too?
Yeah, it was the Mac,
Okay.
him, and was it Killshot? Was it the three of them?
Yeah, I think it was him, Killshot. I think it was them three. But then, yeah, somebody died in a death match with the lights out. So we gonna just move on.
Actually, that did happen in one of their matches. Fucking Dante died just about on that one.
That's a fact.
I wasn't exaggerating. That's why I went with it.
You want to talk about a true death match? That was one of them. That's for damn sure.
Bro, that's what I'm
Word.
saying. I'm like, that was a death match right there. You want to talk about?
That's a CZW death match. You want to talk about CZW
My
death match?
soul was gone.
But anywho, the reason now, first of all, I'm going to preface this story by saying I love AR Fox. He's a great guy, great wrestler, great person. He is an asset to professional wrestling in every way, including teaching, including actually wrestling. He's great on Evolve. He's great everywhere. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm making these qualifiers now because this is an interesting
shit
story. So, many years ago, AR Fox needed to make ends meet. And professional wrestling doesn't always pay the bills.
Yeah.
So unfortunately, AR Fox decided that pornography was the way to go.
Oh, that's lit.
Well,
What was it? What kind of pornography though?
well,
catch.
normal pornography doesn't pay all that much. However, gay pornography pays
I
about
knew it.
10 times.
I knew that's where this
That's
was
why
going.
I asked that question, because I was like, oh, that sounded like, wait a minute. Because
Yes.
I actually used to manage a porn store, so I know actually a lot of the adult business backgrounds and all type of crap. I met a lot of the stars, if you will, all type of shit. Yeah,
Okay,
continue.
so first and foremost, Cindy Starfall, call me. Anywho,
Is that a hermaphroditic porn girl?
why don't you look it up and find out?
We
No.
won't. We will not.
Let's just say she's good. Anywho,
She or he?
Oh,
you'll
God.
have to find out in Backdoor
This is
Slot
hermaphroditic.
6.
Both? Anyway.
Shim.
Anyway, so
Shit.
he did a gay porno, and unfortunately, it got released to the internet. As
Was-
things
Oh,
tend
They
to do.
all
Internet
get, wait a minute,
forever,
time out.
motherfuckers.
They all get released to the internet. So what?
Internet is forever.
Wait a minute, time out. It was unfortunately released. Wasn't it supposed to?
He
Well-
thought his porn was going to end up in the Death Stranding.
He
Oh my god!
he thought it was just going to be a DVD, and that was it. But
They
years
definitely-
later,
it's going, wait a minute, time out. First of all, you got to inscribe the laser.
the DVD.
You got to inscribe the laser data inside the microcrystals inside that motherfucker. So technology was used. That bitch is going on the internet somehow, some way.
well, yes, but back in those days, pornography, was on the internet, but I
Yeah.
guess he didn't think that it was ever going to make it there. I don't know what he was
I
thinking.
understand.
He was probably just needing to pay bills, and sometimes that's what you have to do. So unfortunately, it made it onto the internet. And the problem was that there was a very particular scene where
God, no. Here we
you
Was
see...
he getting penetrated or was he the penetratee?
There's a reason why he's called floppy ankles.
Oh, that boy got weak ankles.
Well, kind of. Because he was...
Ended the story. I just ended that story for you, Sleazy. There you go.
That
Well-
boy entered in a real death match.
Yeah.
All the lights was off and that shit.
No, it was wide open, as was his asshole.
Chill. Chill. Oh, chill.
Shit.
Chill. Nah, I'm not. Well, I'm not even going. I'm not gonna put no
I'm-
disclaimers on y'all
I'm
shit.
dead.
But everybody's entitled to what they, love and do and fetishes and vibes and shit like that. I don't know, but
Well,
that's fucking crazy.
Well, the reason why he was called Floppy Angles is because he was getting penetrated like as if he was in missionary, except he was on the back and his ankles were flopping.
Whoa.
That's why he's called
How tall is
Floppy
this
Ankles.
Motherfucker.
And it made it obviously it made its rounds around every fucking locker room for years. And
Yeah.
to the point where he actually lost a couple of contracts over it.
Messed
And
up his money.
Crazy.
he lost a lot of money and a lot of bookings over it.
He should have been like that one guy. What's that one? The gay guy. He wrestles. You know who I'm talking about. He booty bumped you in the
Sleazy?
face. Oh God, chill, y'all, chill.
Dude from Lucha?
Yeah, I forgot what his name
What's
was.
his name?
He actually is a good wrestler.
He's in AEW
Sony
now.
Kiss?
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Sony Kiss, right?
Yeah. Sony
Sony-
Kiss.
yeah,
Sony
Sony
Kiss
Kiss,
got a lot of
okay.
shit. Fred Drosser actually got a lot of shit. Darren Young, when he came
That's
out,
what I was thinking of, Darren Young.
Oh.
there's quite a few of them that got a lot. Killian McMurphy, who's Sony Kiss's whatchamacallit?
Significant other.
Thank you. I was trying to think of the name of that. I couldn't for some reason. But yeah, I mean, there's the most. I don't want to say the most famous one, but one of the more famous ones was Chris Canyon.
Pat
okay.
Patterson.
And Pat Patterson.
for sure.
Well, Pat Patterson, I
first
don't
one I
like to
knew.
talk about because he kind of liked to fuck the boys just to get them to do whatever he wanted. So that's
crazy.
a whole different thing. Canyon was just
Whatever.
gay and
Yeah,
just repressed.
But anyway,
Whoa, that was a real. I ain't gonna.
AR Fox is legit one of the best workers in the world, and it doesn't matter what he did. It's just a running gag here every time we bring up AR Fox, but he is fucking amazing in the ring.
And just to pull the other half of the racist card with him, he was in one of my favorite tag teams with Rich Swann called the anyone?
Oh,
Anyone? in PWG.
I gotta say it. I gotta sound like the fucking asshole.
Yep.
Okay. Spot monkeys.
Fucking Rich Swann, dude.
Word. What happened to him?
You know what happened to him.
He beat the shit out of his wife.
So gracefully.
He left WWE because he beat his wife, and then he said he retired, and then like 2 weeks later he showed up on Impact Wrestling.
Yeah. Wow. He had a lot of issues going on. Yeah.
But no, fucking. I remember a match in 2CW with AR Fox and Colin Delaney that was absolutely fucking phenomenal.
And then they probably had 2 more matches that were also absolutely phenomenal.
The one spot I remember from that match is they did a tombstone off the top rope onto a table on the outside.
Oh, that's gangster.
That is super
Yeah.
gangster. I'm not even gonna hold you.
I respect that.
Yeah.
Colin Delaney is amazing, though. I've seen him at a couple indie shows. He has that sick-ass 2 Infinity Mian gear.
Yep.
Okay, to pull back a little bit,
Infinity.
kayfabe, Colin helped train me.
Whoa, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's solid as fuck in the ring.
He's
sounds-
really, really good dude. He's really great. Oh, well, might as well throw this in here because why the fuck not? We got enough bullshit and we'll probably get sued again. Why not? Colin Delaney, Liz Ando, Nick Ando, and
Okay.
another
I know where this is
gentleman.
going.
Yeah, you know where it's going.
I know where
And
it's going.
a gentleman named Jason Hilton all put together a pop culture store and cereal bar called Pop Rock in Rochester.
Pop Rock.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
So what happened was Jason, I don't want to say for legal reasons threw them out, but basically they've gone in separate ways and not in amicable ways. Let's just put it that way. And Nick and Colin and Liz are trying to get their portion of the store back, and we just want to show our support for them by retweet and like the post for Free Pop Rock, and there's definitely a bunch of people coming to their help with legal fees and stuff like that. So check out. We're going to put some stuff in the liner notes here. But JC and I have been talking a lot about this, and obviously Colin and I have been talking about this a lot too. But get your support out there, and really truly show your support for Colin, because this is a really big problem for Colin, Nick, and Liz, because they basically got their store stolen from them.
That's fucked up.
It is. The entire story is real fucked up. I'm not going to go through the entirety of it because for multiple different reasons, including legal, and I don't really want to just go through the hours that would take to tell you exactly what happened. But the up result is that they got their store stolen from them by Jason, and like I said, just go out there.
Jason, I know you said his name before. Jason who?
Jason Hilton. He was, ironically enough, he was on our show once.
That's what. Yeah, because I think he was the guy that came up to me after he was on our show and he started talking to me, and he was a complete fucking douchebag, and I just blew him off.
Yeah, that's Fatman for you.
Fuck that guy.
Yo,
Seriously, fuck that guy.
Because we saw him. I think I saw him. No, it was at the fucking NXT fucking show.
Yep.
That we went to in Rochester, and like he was coming up to me like talking to you, and I was standing there, and he's telling me who the fuck I was. I'm like, who the fuck are you? He's just being a complete fucking douche to me. Like, I was like, I don't care who the fuck. Well, I'm this guy. I'm like, yeah. Don't care.
You can also get beat.
Word. We don't care who you are.
Who you are.
Word. Nobody will know who you are
You're
if I remove your teeth.
fucking wrestler.
Word. Nobody will know who you are when I remove your
work
teeth.
in UW for a fucking hot dog and a fucking water, you piece of shit.
Word.
First of all, it's a pizza and a water.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
No. Let that hot dog shit
The
rock.
hot dog sells.
He ain't even eating
sells the point
salines.
even more.
He ain't even eating salines. He eating the cheap pork.
Not in UW.
And if you want pepperoni on your pizza, you got to go through a table.
At least one.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
No, they're pieces of shit. And Terry's the one that broke my neck. So I don't give a shit. Fucking keep it in. Fuck him.
Wait a minute, talking about he broke your neck. What you mean? What happened?
We went there to train originally. I was doing a handstand bump, and I landed right on the top of my head.
Wow.
Damn.
It broke my neck, and literally, I have numbness and burning in my left arm.
That's fucked up.
That was since 2012.
Damn.
So we ain't sue him?
Couldn't.
Couldn't, because at the time, I mean, I was training.
So it was like waivers, and did you have to sign like waivers and shit like that?
It's a long legal situation, but
I get it.
The end result was that we couldn't do anything about it.
Well, no. I disagree, because if he would have broke some shit of mine, I would have broke some shit of his, and we would have been Hammurabi. We'd have been eye for eye. You think I'm playing games? I'm not playing. That's why I don't. I'm telling you, man.
What I did was,
yeah,
we literally started the show. I broke my neck in February of that year. We started this show in November that year.
yeah.
And I think for the first 2 years, all we did was bash the shit out of them. Every time, like I go to like a local business and their flyers up, I rip their flyer off and tell them how big of a piece of, and we know some information about them too. That's really bad. And we tell local businesses, don't fucking support these pieces of shit. They're
good
not people.
I tell workers all the time, don't go there.
That's good.
Even if you think you're just starting out and it's a place to work and get experience, do not go there.
I won't, because if they hurt me anytime and think they can get away with that,
we're bringing out the big gun blade.
I'm not even bringing out no gun blade. I'm bringing Nate leg, and I'm beating him with it.
You're gonna bring what's his name's leg? What's his name?
What's his name? Oh,
Zach
dude.
Gowen.
Yes. They're our brothers now. They know they're a part of the fold.
You're officially brethren.
Yes.
So, funny story about Zach Gowen.
We just talked about Zach Gowen like 2 weeks ago randomly.
Really? So I'm not sure if they still do this, but Zach and do you know who Gregory Iron is?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so Gregory Iron is the first professional wrestler that has cerebral palsy, and his arms.
Wait a minute.
up.
Wait. Oh no, never mind. I thought you was talking about the one guy, Eugene. Never mind.
No,
that's a gimmick.
Oh, I thought he was real slow.
No, that's a gimmick.
Actually, funny story about that. I went to a house show here in Rochester, 2004, and we were on the thruway and I had to take a piss. I go to take a piss, and there's Eugene in the bathroom. I knew who he was. I just wanted to make sure get him out of the bathroom because it's kind of weird talking to people in the bathroom. And I go, "Aren't you Eugene?" Straight up said, and just like this goes, "No, I just play him on TV."
Oh,
Phenomenal.
Oh my god.
There's a man that went places. That's
so what happened with Zach Squiggleba?
Oh, so Zach Gowen and Gregory Iron were a tag team for a few years called the Handicap Heroes. And one of the things they would do is that they would also do go to local area schools and talk about bullying and this, that, and the other thing. And the cool thing about that was that if you brought them in for that, they would do a show of yours for free.
Oh, that's cool.
So they're really cool dudes, and obviously I've talked to them a lot over the years, and just really nice people. And it's one of the few. I don't want to say one of the few, but one of the guys in professional wrestling that I really, really look up to because they took care of every single fan and every single person that they've ever talked to. And
that's what's up.
As they should.
That's what's up.
I tend to look up to how they treat other people in professional wrestling, and I brought something home every time I ever talked to them. It was great. But anyway, so where the fuck were we going?
We were talking about their experience at Smackdown. We ended up talking about Gregory Iron.
I mean, it was cool.
I love the tangents though, because we're the same way on Push Start.
Yeah, we are. We definitely are. So we adapt quick.
That's this show in a nutshell. So, let's you guys, Caddy. First of all, you probably picked the best first WWE show to see in a long time.
Word.
Right.
What was your... Now, when I say, what was your experience not including the wrestling, if that makes any sense? How did you feel about being there, being with other people that enjoyed professional wrestling, and just the ambiance of the actual event? How was your feelings in there?
Well, if I can get into my criticism expert bag, deathmatch, somebody has to die. No, I was playing. But no, seriously. When we got there, it was like many different ages. We were chilling with adults, kids, teenagers. Us ourselves were young men, young women. Bree was there. That's why I said that.
Yeah.
Okay, I was going to say, which one of y'all is...
I felt the energy of, wait a minute, who's
the young women in this circle?
So yeah, like immediately too, like just the things that me and Christian would say, you know, based off of like how we would play the game and wrestle each other. Like that sold for like the adults.
Yeah,
and
the
kids.
adults around us, they were fucking loving our commentary.
They said we made their whole night just based off of us just like being ourselves. And like the kids were very responsive to. We had the kids picking sides. Like, nah, Adam Cole gonna win. Nah, Daniel Bryan is gonna win.
Yeah, we definitely had it split down the middle with the kids in front of it. Like there was a group of maybe like 3 or 4 kids in front of us, and then they were with their parents.
It was like 5 of them because it was like actually we had to be like 6.
Yeah, you're right.
Because it was like
almost that whole row.
It was 2 kids in front of me. Then it was a 1 kid. Actually, it was 5 then because it was the older kid.
Oh yeah, then we had the 3 behind us too.
Oh yeah, but those were the teenagers.
Yeah,
and they would just come through and just give us like once we all found that connection, once we all was like started laughing and clowning with each other, we was basically like a big family.
Yeah, our whole section, you would have thought we all came together because we were just interacting with one another.
Yeah,
that's one thing I always tell people, even if they're not a fan of wrestling, if they get a chance to go to a wrestling event, go, because like wrestling fans are some of the dopest people you'll meet, and like being at a live event is just fucking fun, especially as an adult because you get drunk.
Oh, did I tell you about the one shorty who invented the Superman punch?
She was hilarious.
Listen. Now, I knew she was telling the truth because she had like 3 people to account for this story,
and she had on the full Roman Reigns outfit.
And she had and she was drunk. And usually when people are pissed drunk, they telling the truth about some shit. And she was like, man, I came off the car off this dude, just bow.
Nah, don't forget, it was a crackhead. She Superman punched a crackhead when she got out of the car.
Yeah.
that had been Rochester. Was that in Rochester? That had been Rochester.
I don't know where she was from.
Fucking Chilai Avenue, yo.
Bro, listen, this was the craziest part because when we was leaving, I'm gonna go back into like the group, you know, camaraderie. But when we was leaving, she was hit in the face. But she had the craziest body ever. I'm telling you, son. She had the what? It made a grown man cry.
It reminds me of that wonderful.
It made a Deathmatch Reborn the Monster.
It reminds me of that one Jeff Foxworthy bit. Asinine. I give her face a 4, but an asinine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that was exactly it.
That was exactly what it was. Because when she got up and I looked, I was like, "Oh goodness!"
You did invent the Superman punch.
You definitely did. You invented. I believe it. You taught Roman Reigns while he was somewhere in Samoa. Is that what it's called? I don't know. I've no disrespect to them.
We also did have really interesting seating too, because we got tickets that were like right beside the entrance ramp. So sometimes when the wrestlers were like peeking in and out of gorilla position, we could see them.
Yeah.
So that was really dope too.
And fireworks. The first time.
Oh yeah, it was literally right there.
Yeah, like the fireworks was like being in the hood.
I was getting caught off guard left and right.
But I was loving it though. I was like, Listen.
I can relate because I manage a liquor store in the hood.
Oh my God. Yo.
4th of July, they don't care. Right in the middle of the street, right in the middle of the street, pointing everywhere. They don't give a shit. They just light them off. That's why I was laughing because I can totally relate to.
See, because you already know we shoot shit right when it's loud noises.
It was exactly that.
Don't matter.
It's also Chilai Ave where it could have been fireworks or gunshots. You don't know.
Right.
We don't know. We just gonna turn our head to the side and eat this steak and hamburger and leftover macaroni salad.
Exactly.
I had them kids choosing to be heels. They kid that like the one kid, his favorite wrestler was Kofi Kingston, and I felt like he liked me because I had dreads. You know what I'm saying? but every time he kept asking me about my wrestler, I was like, I like the bad guys. I like the heels. What size shoe you wear? I actually said this to this kid too. What size shoe you wear? He was like, what? I was like, yeah, because you gonna be a heel today. His fifth favorite wrestler is Tommaso Ciampa.
Now,
Yep. Yeah, but he totally went the wrong way with me. It's all right. I'm going to teach him about death matches and all. I'm going to teach him all that with a blindfold on and everything.
An interesting story. Our first pay-per-view that we went to was actually in that arena.
Really?
Great American Bash 2005.
Yep.
We actually did a watch-along. You can find that in the archive. But we sat next to like a kid, his uncle, and his dad.
Yeah.
And then they were okay. Like, we didn't really do much interaction with them or something, but the kid was having fun, so whatever. Then the next January, we went to New Year's Revolution in Albany. Also did a watch along, also in the archive. We literally sat next to the same three people.
That's dope.
Yeah, the same people wanted to sit with us.
They were like, "You're coming?
No,
are you
like,
guys coming in March?"
Like, it was insane. Like, no, we didn't even plan it.
Dude, that small fucking world.
We not only didn't plan it, it was 300, or not
it was
300 miles, like 200 miles away.
Yeah. That is crazy.
That was destiny right there.
It was.
Yeah.
Hopefully we sit next to those guys again, because they really was like, yo, like, you know how you got to meet somebody in the mall 10 years later and reminisce about y'all times, about what y'all did there? It was literally like that.
And his son really took a lasting effect from it, because I noticed that the guy that was sitting next to us, one of his kids was ready to go. Like, he was really young, so he was tired.
Yeah.
So I was like, damn, I don't want these dudes to have to leave early and miss out on the match and shit. So I had my belt with me, so I let him hold the belt for the whole match. And I think that really boosted his morale, because he was ready. He was like, man, I'm not going nowhere now. I got the fucking title in my hand.
First of all, when they got into it, now they was choosing like, because then I found out that his favorite wrestler was Undertaker. The kid, and then when we all started talking, we got the kids to start talking to each other. I didn't even know
each other.
That those were two white separate families. My bad, y'all.
No, honestly, we thought they were all together.
Yeah.
Wait, you saying all white people are the same here?
Sometimes y'all come in a big pack.
What the fuck is going on here?
Listen,
You come in a big pack.
Uncle Timothy, Father Biff. Listen here, if you know it's a gunshot in the goddamn hood in the goddamn 4th of July, you know it's white people coming in the goddamn pack like some raisins. They come together. They holding shit down, dude. Listen. Bree was there. Her father was there. Several, so they kind of came in a pack. No, I'm just saying. No, I thought they was like legitimately together though. Like, just, I don't know. Not even to say that's a factor.
It did seem like they were together though.
Yeah, I thought they came together.
The only thing I didn't like about the one kid is he had the 24/7 title, and I wanted to rib on him, but he was a kid, so I let him live.
You know what I was thinking?
Whoa, dude, no. You rib on that fucker.
I wanted to so bad, but I let him live.
Let it put him down.
Listen.
Take his title. Roll him up.
I was thinking about giving him one of my championships. Like, here you go. But then I was going to tell them, now when y'all get home, y'all going to have to fight for this, right? So I'm not saying... So whoever I get this to is the inaugural champion. Now, when I come back and somebody head beating,
where he the interim.
Yeah. So if he end up taking this from you, I don't want to hear it.
I don't got nothing to do with it.
Yeah. Defend that 24/7 against your brother. I was gonna give it to the little dude too, specifically so the older brother be like, "Yeah,
I'm gonna fight you for it.
I'm gonna death match you for it." Right off the top of the bunk bed, just
but
second floor elbow.
If I was to give it that event a rating out of 10, it was an 8.
I'm not even gonna say that. I'm gonna give it a 9. 9.
It was good.
I'm gonna give it a legit. Listen, the reason why I'm gonna give it a legit 9, maybe damn near a 9.5, is because they did it on the fly. They just hopped off the plane when they did that.
Yeah, some of the wrestlers had got there like 5 to 10 minutes before.
The way and I can tell it wasn't supposed to be an NXT invasion.
Mhm.
It was not supposed to be that at all. It was supposed to be whole caliber of superstars there that was going to be different. I knew it was probably going to be something with Bray Wyatt, him revealing it. I was looking forward to that, but even that surpassed all of that for me. It was nice matches between
the Shayna Baszler when she first came in.
Yes,
that changed the whole. You could feel.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Nikki Cross and
you could feel
Bayley.
the whole arena just fucking change when that happened. Like you could feel the atmosphere.
Everybody was asking questions like, "Who is that? Yo, that shorty look like she should be on UFC. She should be on this."
Because a lot of people that were there, we noticed they weren't privy to NXT superstars at all. They didn't know them at all,
and that's
interesting.
Great.
You will actually find that a lot. Like I actually have customers come into my store and they talk about like AEW and the main shows with me. I'm like, well, have you seen like Cole versus Gargano from Takeover? Like, nah, I don't watch NXT. I'm like,
what?
You're nuts.
That's the best product.
That's the best product.
Yeah,
that's the best.
Like,
product
how are you not watching that? You're watching shitty AEW, but you're not watching NXT. Like, what is wrong with you right now? Like,
I have to point out that it's the marketing though. How is NXT marketed? It's not
the developmental.
Yeah.
But now I think now they have a USA spot and Tripp is more in power, and that episode pretty much put them over. I believe that episode alone.
Raw wasn't as good, but SmackDown was great.
SmackDown is always going to be good.
WWE has been best at adapting to immediate issues. Usually when you take a look at some of the best shows that WWE has put out there outside of the huge WrestleManias, it's usually the shows where they went, oh shit, half the roster isn't here. I guess we're going to have to throw something together. Oh shit, there's a snowstorm. Most of the wrestlers didn't get here. What do we got? Okay, let's throw some stuff together. Those shows tend to be great because they don't plan. They don't let Vince McMahon spend 5, 6, 7, 8 times rewriting the script. That's why Raw, which was basically the same episode as SmackDown in theory, because they're trying to push over the invasion, wasn't nearly as good of a show because they started to plan for it. So
I think
moral of the story: we need more spontaneity out of WWE.
I believe it. They even had Dana Brooke. Dana Brooke worked hard.
I love Dana Brooke. She don't get enough.
I don't care. She actually does not. But it had her taking bumps and stuff like that to the NXT. And that was the thing too. That's how you know
they used
that
everybody,
show put on because Dana Brooke was there.
They literally used everybody they had in the building.
Word. Dana Brooke was with who was she? Who she get hit with? She was
Carmella.
Carmella, yeah. So
she got beat up by Bianca Belair, bench pressed.
Oh, that was pretty crazy too.
Good spot.
That was insane.
It was.
Here's my interesting thought process when it goes to something like this is that you have to sit here and say you have all of this talent, not just in NXT, but in Raw and SmackDown as well. Why aren't you creating the best possible show week in, week out? What's going on there? What are you guys missing? And the answer,
it's the power control.
Well, the usual answer is the booking. And the problem is AEW's faltering on the same reason. The only good true booking right now outside of, the super indies and stuff like that is NXT. So
certainly,
if you take a look at the formula of NXT and see why it's working and put it to your other two shows, you could have a significant quality improvement here at no extra cost. You already have the talent.
I think a big factor in that, always, I give him so much credit, is Triple H. Because not only has Triple H been a wrestler, but he's been a part of the business. He knows what the fans want. He knows what wrestlers want. He's been there. He's been coming up since since he was what is Hunter Helms? What it was? Yeah, when the H's didn't have other
terrorizing.
Words. Yeah, so he.
Oh my God! Shit.
You know what I'm saying? So he's actually seen the energy. You know what I'm saying? Been physically, mentally, spiritually involved in a lot of those processes. Experienced a lot of failure, criticism. Ups, down. Just it is what it is. And I believe he's accumulated that knowledge, transferred into a good, solid, wisdom-like energy, and put it into NXT. And that's why I was excited when I seen him and Shawn Michaels on that show. I was like, oh, it's gonna be some shit because anything that he really is a part of that he pretty much produces, it actually sells, whether you believe it or not. Mm-hmm. I believe it too because he come from DX. DX know how to make stuff sell, in a sense, not as of recent because that last time it was meh, but
So funny story is another tangent as usual.
Go ahead.
Because we were going to do this show last week and weird things kind of happened and Fatman had to get his dick wet.
I ain't never hate on a man getting his dick wet.
I ain't mad at you.
Wait a second.
Breaking kayfabe right there. I don't give a shit.
Man.
No,
As long as you broke her in that kayfabe, we cool.
We cool.
Yeah. Did she die in the death match? That's all I'm asking. Wait a minute.
Those are going to be shirts.
That would make me a necrophiliac now, and I'm not. So, no, she did not die in the death match.
Listen. That would have made you a necromancer because you would have brought that bitch back to life.
Wow.
This might have been one of the best joints that we had in a while.
I'm loving this episode.
Tell the story, and then we got to wrap up.
Yeah, we got to wrap this stuff up. But so what we did was we went back to the very first Raw Fatman and I actually went to, and that's why I'm kind of tying this up this way. It was the episode where DX returned.
Yeah. Holy shit.
Yeah, so they did the whole gimmick with them going around, and it was, considering we just watched this a week ago, I can't remember half of it. The Spirit Squad and shit like that. We did the watch along.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so we did a watch along with the episode, and normally Fatman has like 400 pages of notes, and because it was an impromptu thing, we didn't do 400 pages of notes. It ended up being the most boring thing in the world, but the actual watch along was fun to do, and we might put that out as an episode. We might not. Maybe we'll just put it out as a special extra show. Maybe if we do Patreon one day.
Secret content.
Secret content. But
the episode too boring to listen to.
See, Ren and Stimpy had one.
We have one like that too.
Oh my god.
There is legitimate.
There was I think 4 or 5 matches. The longest match was 4 minutes long, and it was all talking. And how am I supposed to do a watch along when there's talking? Yeah. And I can only stretch it so thin. I can only make up shit impromptu for so long till I'm like, he started quizzing me on what arena was in what town.
For hockey. For hockey.
It was bad. So,
it was phenomenal. It was the greatest episode that will never air.
It's the greatest episode in the history of this great sport.
You know how that is.
We know exactly how that is, bro.
Exactly how that is.
There is legitimately a huge chunk of an episode that we did that I legitimately had to cut out for fear that we were going to get sued. That there is no joke about that. That actually happened, and relatively recently.
See, we had that happen, but it was a different circumstance.
We were just fucking around.
It was because Christian. Nah, I ain't gonna say it. Christian said he ain't want nobody to know that Squilly and Foe. That's what he said. I don't know if I could even say it on here.
We need to call this a night, unfortunately. As much as I'd love to continue this.
Can I make a request though? Y'all name your episodes, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can y'all please name the episode? This ain't no fucking death match.
Absolutely, it's going to be named that.
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh my god, that's so epic.
Thank you, please. That's all I asked for.
Dude, thank you again for fucking having us. It was such a good time.
Absolutely.
Thank you, guys.
Hell yeah, dude.
I'm glad
Until
I can
next
make
time.
It.
I'm so glad.
So quick plugs. Can you guys plug your social media, plug the podcast, go on from there?
Oh, show. All right. Most of our podcasts in our network are housed at www.bicbp-radio.com. You could find us under GHU, which is Gameheads United presents the Push Start Podcast. On Facebook, we're just Push Start Podcast, but on Instagram, we're the Push Start Podcast. My personal Instagram is CHamMad. Well, my personal social media is CHamMad.
You said what?
We also have, like I said, it's Cham Mad Good, CHAMMAD Good for everything. Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, whatever. What's yours, Caddy?
Mine's is Devil Trigger. Spell it Devil. Trigger is TRIGGRR, and that's on Instagram and Twitter. You want to catch me on Facebook? It's Cult Angel Devil Trigger.
Sweet.
Inferno. You know, it'll pop up. It'll pop up.
And we also have the third silent member of our team tonight in the cast room with us.
Yeah.
O to the So on all social media.
Yeah, you know, he's our lawyer. You know, he says objection. He's like the coolest dude ever. He can get you out of any trouble. Like if y'all need somebody, just let Oso talk, and he just get you off on.
He smooth it out for you.
He just what?
He and I would be very close friends.
See,
only because of all the shit Sleazy does at hermaphroditic porn conventions.
Oh
my god!
Oh, this is so great.
So since we are finishing off on hermaphroditic porn, let's call this a night. So thank you guys for coming on the show, and as always, for Sleazy,
yeah.
For the Fat Man,
this is the Wrestling Show. Thank you guys so much for listening. Peace.
I'm a truth that you seem to run from. I'm an army of one. I'm a clip in your gun. I'm the pain in the game. The bloodshed in your name. When there's nothing to gain, all the world gone sad.
The preceding presentation has been brought to you by the Gear Network.